Let's get it!
Whoa.
My fucking voice is already
Whoa.
strained from talking to these motherfuckers
Whoa.
since 6 o'clock this
Who's
evening.
that, brother?
This is episode 16
16.
Talk Free Podcast. Y'all get the drift.
What's
I go
your
by the
name?
name of Glorious Sin, man.
DHPOV.
Hey, it's your boy Show Off.
Let's take
All right,
these
we're about to
shots,
take
man.
these shots real quick.
Yo, shout out real quick.
Real
Two
quick.
shots or,
To
or
happiness.
4 shots in the
To
way this guy
happiness,
be
man.
pulling them in.
Success.
Shot for success
All right, so
and happiness. Shh.
to the folks out there, before we just started rolling, we were having a spur of the moment conversation, not planned at all, about just being, or like I guess what is or not even what is happiness, kind of like what is success, or where do your values lie?
Right.
And we were talking about, like, to certain people have totally different. You may have the same end goal, which is I want to be happy, I want to be successful, but your way of getting there is different because what you feel is successful and what you feel makes you happy is totally different than the next person. And I was saying, like, for me, I just never want my happiness to be determined by quote unquote success or accomplishments. Right. Like, I want to accomplish things, but I don't want the accomplishments to become what
Life is.
equals my happiness.
Right.
Because let's say, for instance, we were talking about Wale. I love Wale. I'm a big Wale fan.
Right.
He has a gold album. He has a platinum album. He has #1 singles. He's to aspiring artist. He's what you call successful. If
Right.
his 18-year-old self was to look at him today, he would be like, "Yo, you made it."
Right.
But I think, and I can't say this for sure how he feels, but the way it looks, based on his interviews and the way his music is sounding, it sounds like
He's depressed.
it's not enough.
Right.
Because maybe everything is triggered on accomplishments. So he looking at, damn, I got a platinum album, but Drake got a diamond album. I'm not successful. And when you get too caught up, or I got $1 million, Jay-Z got $700 million. I'm not successful. So it's like, if you start attaching success and happiness towards material things, you'll never have enough.
Right. Because what if all your fans just stopped liking you today? Then how would you be happy?
True.
I just think it goes to what we said before. Like, you really know you love something when you do it. You'll do it for free. You don't have to do it for the money. You don't have to do it for anything.
Right.
And like you said, we don't know what Wale feel, but also if he's not in it for the money, if he's not chasing a dollar, and you're just saying, I'm rich, I love it, but I'm cool. We don't know.
And it's easy to be like, let's not chase the money, let's chase the dream, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, in the world we live in, you do need comfort, right?
Right.
Most people would like to have a solid roof over their head,
And not have to go to work every day.
not have to go to work every day. So,
Right.
and some people don't mind going to work every day, and
Yeah.
that's their success. But I'm saying, for the people who, like us, and we don't want to work every day,
Right.
Right.
there's still different versions of success. Like, some people may want to be Puff. I want to keep working. Like, when I'm 40, I want to keep fucking grinding. I want, like, me at 40, I don't want to be where Puff is.
Right.
Personally,
Right.
I admire
40, you
Puff,
wanna
and
chill.
he admire me and shit. I mean, and he inspire me. But I don't want to be 40 and grinding. I'm trying to be raising my kids, bro. Like, I'm trying to be able to disconnect, because at the end of the day, and like I said, I don't know how these people feel, but it seems like you still on the hamster wheel. You just on a bigger hamster wheel.
Right.
I think it just goes back to, like, what makes you happy, because, like you said, you don't want to be doing what Puff do, but for Puff, that's his life. He always talk about how before he even became who he was doing an internship for free.
Right.
For 2 years. So now that he's like, I love this shit. He made up in his mind at that moment. He's like, I will do this shit for free.
And I think he do love it, because he is raising his family. He doing family time. He
Word.
on the social media having fun. But I think the problem is not Puff. Puff, like I said, he inspired the shit out of me. It's the people who look at Puff and say, that's what I have to do to be successful.
Right,
when you're
right,
not thinking
right,
that,
right,
no,
right.
Puff is doing what he
Wants to be.
wants to do, because that makes him happy.
Right.
But you can't equate your success to Puff's success.
Yeah.
You feel
Right.
what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
true. That's facts.
I want $1 billion.
Yeah.
Of course I want a fucking $1 billion. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be 50 still grinding for $1 billion.
Right.
That's true.
I'm okay if I'm 50 and got $3 million. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm putting my child in a position where he can get 300 million.
Yeah.
So the legacy started before us. The legacy started with our parents. Our parents put us in a position where we can chase our dreams.
Right.
Right? We all chasing our dreams. Like we have we didn't come up in the best of circumstances, but we came up in well off enough circumstances to where we can make some mistakes, maybe not as much mistakes as the next person. So in my opinion, my job is just to do that for my kids even more.
Right.
Give them a little bit more of a leash to be able to fuck
leverage.
up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just in my mind, I equate success as just being comfortable and happy. I want to be able to go visit my mom whenever the fuck I want. I don't want to be like, Mom, I can't visit you because I got off work and now I'm off work. I got to grind because I want to grind so I don't have to go to work.
Or you tired.
Or I'm tired.
Right.
I want to be able to do shit with my family. I want to be able to do shit with my homeboys. I want to be able to sleep for 10 hours one day. You
This
know what
is
I mean?
my idea of success.
Yeah.
My idea of success is my small circle of people who I, communicate with, all just in our little community, and we all, have our own wealth, and we're all just living life. You feel me? Like that's what's gonna make me happy.
Right.
The people that's closest to me not having to stress for the rest of their life. So I feel like until I get that, I won't
Be content.
I won't be content. You feel me? Because I know it's possible. So until I get that, I will not let up.
And when you get that, you'll be in a position where, like, you can see your homeboys, your family, way more often.
Right.
Y'all together and doing fun shit together.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
that's success. When you can be with the people you love doing fun shit
all the time.
Right.
That's success, man.
That is success.
I mean, that's success. Like, that's what I
That's-
equate it.
I
It
mean-
sound like
I mean,
us.
for
Same
most
thing.
for most people, they don't know it though, because like celebrities, a lot of celebrities who get the money, you got all of it, but then you may not have the crazy big family because you devoted your time and your energy to you and your career. But when you get a family and you can share with everybody, see, like I'm like, you know what I mean, I'm like DH. Like for me, if I get millions, like I got 500 million, I don't want it just for me. I want it for me and my people, so we can celebrate together. I want to be like, yo, y'all chill with y'all peoples, you chill with your girl, but listen. And next week, remember, we going to Italy, so just be ready. Don't even pack your bags. We gonna get clothes when we there. I want to be able to talk shit like that.
Right.
You
Just
know
be
what I
able
mean?
to educate them
And educate.
to flip this money and keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Get your little
Have real business
have your
meetings.
share. Exactly. Have your share, have your whatever, and we all just keep this thing afloat, because at the end of the day, without education, we're gonna blow it.
Right.
You know,
Almost
so
like
it's-
the Fast and Furious. Remember how and they had the little piece of the pie, the big pie, and they were all talking about how they pulled up in the car. It's like, oh, it's only one other dude who got this car in South America, and then Ludacris pulled up with the same car. Like just having that same thing to where y'all able to do things together is dope.
Word. Yeah, I think that's what that shit's about. I was about to just fucking say something. I lost my train of thought. But I don't know, man. It's just about,
So-
like you said, just doing shit that you want to do, having fun. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is I think a lot of times what people do is they get what they want and then they don't get off the hamster wheel. They get everything they dreamed of and then they crave more.
Right.
And it's okay. It's one thing to say, okay, I'm not content, but it's another thing to forget that you just accomplished something really big.
Right,
Sometimes
right,
you got to
right.
get off the hamster wheel and say, okay, I'll hop back on in a minute, but let me appreciate what I just got. I'm not going to continue to get blessings until I appreciate the blessing I just got.
Right,
Let me
right,
appreciate
right,
this
right.
blessing. Humble myself.
Right.
So more blessings can come.
Facts.
What we happen to do is we just stay on that hamster wheel and we fuck up this blessing because we don't appreciate that shit.
Yeah.
We put that shit to the side and we start trying to chase this blessing and this shit go away.
True.
Right.
You know what I mean? We
right,
start
right,
trying
right.
to, I got a platinum album, rapping, but, Drake singing. Let me fucking start singing
Yeah, I need
and try to get a
R&B.
platinum singing album. And now my rap fans don't even fuck with me no more. And this shit didn't work. Now I ain't got shit.
Ain't got
You
nobody,
get on
man.
that. You get on a new wheel, bigger wheel, bigger wheel, bigger wheel, and I don't want to just be. I don't want to get lost in the grind so much the grind becomes a 9 to 5.
But
But
that's-
some people that wake up and they still are slaves. They're just slaves to now their dream.
Right.
True.
But I think the fact that, like you said, that we didn't come up in the best circumstances to the point where we have to work ourselves out of it, it's gonna be we're gonna have, the eye to see when we do, like, the difference from where we came from and where we are now.
Right.
And we're gonna have the humbleness to know that we can't do this, because if we do, we don't want to lose it all.
Right.
So we're going to see ourselves dig ourselves out the hole, and then
Right.
we're going to be able to level out to where we don't, we have a chance to either build or we stay here. You feel me?
Right.
Not go back to where we came from.
I think that's the beauty of getting money a little bit older, because like you said, you already create or instill those values and morals and vision and plan. What happens, a lot of people, and that's a good thing too, but they get all the success comes so early, they never got a chance to figure out who they are, what they really value, what
Right.
they really want. And then
Right.
they trying to figure it out while they moving 100 miles per hour. Like
Right.
right now, we moving 10 miles an hour. We able to really see the world
Right.
in a small view. Not the world, but we able to see life and
Right.
figure out what's important to us.
Right,
What's
right,
important to
right,
you is
right,
different
right.
than all the rest of us, but
Right.
what's important to us, and make sure we don't forget that when you get quote unquote, your dream.
Successful, yeah.
That's fact.
Because you could easily lose that and be like, well, I ain't never had this, so let me get this
Let me
real
get
quick.
the Bentley, and
know
I got
what
the
I'm saying?
Bentley now. I need the Rolls.
Right.
Now I got the Rolls.
Right.
Let me get a G6.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like you never get a chance to sit down and appreciate that
enjoy what
Bentley,
you got,
because
like-
now you working to get the G6.
Word.
Enjoy
It's
that
crazy.
Bentley. Ride in that Bentley.
Honestly, I started appreciating like small things. Like I just be thankful I got a car. Like what I mean?
Right.
I just sit back, I wash my car, and I look up like, yo, my car nice.
Right.
Yo.
It may not be nice to somebody else, but for me, I appreciate it.
Right.
Like he got me from A to B. And then think about it, people have been in tough situations to where I know for me, I ain't have a car.
Right.
And that's a struggle. So
Right.
I like blessings. Like I appreciate that. Like
Definitely gotta appreciate it.
yo, it was the time when I ain't have a car, and
Yeah.
Steve was like, yo, I know you stressed, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I was just like, when I got it,
Yeah.
I ride that thing everything. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Nah,
So-
that's definitely real. That
Right.
appreciation shit is real, man. Like as the older I'm getting, I'm realizing like, regardless what you do, just make sure you do it for the right reason.
Right.
True.
And that's so hard nowadays, because you need we feel like, and social media, and that goes back to what you were saying, like, would you rather back in the day, would you rather live with no social media, with no internet, or with the internet? And it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because social media has given us a lot of opportunities and platforms and shit, but at the end of the day, it also shows you what you don't have. So with that, nowadays we get lost in that shit, wanting, and I want this, I want that, I want that, and we just never really get to appreciate what you do
What you
have.
got,
And it's
yeah.
easy to say, but yo, that shit is
Yeah.
real. Like, you just got to make sure whatever you doing it because you think that end goal is gonna make you happy. Maybe it won't,
Right.
but you
Right.
feel like that shit's gonna make
Right.
you happy. Like,
right.
And
shit,
honestly,
you got
like-
Robin Williams, like,
Oh, yeah.
like God bless the dead, but he committed suicide. You know what I mean?
Right.
He had what most people would think is the world.
Right.
Like, he had everything
Right.
to what we may think.
Right.
But if you ain't happy, man, you fucking what's my man name? Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like he committed suicide. Like, it's just tough because you think you want all this shit and you get it and you like, damn, I got it. I went about it the wrong way though.
Right. And there's a difference, because you can easily get caught up in seeing what somebody has, got from this, became successful from doing this, so you want to do this, so like a rapper, or like a singer, like, okay, you see that a lot of artists became singers, so you want to, become a singer, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But at the same time, like, let's just say, for example, like me, like, I'm putting out a movie right now called Delaware Shuffle, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, it's taking me a little longer than I thought it would, but at the
Mhm.
same time, I love to do it. Like, when I
Right.
watch it and I edit it, like, it's like,
Feel good.
it feels good. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then when I put it out, it feels good promoting it. So it's
Get
like,
reaction.
yeah. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, I feel like this is really what I want to do. So I don't mind doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if I don't bring any money from it. You
Right.
feel me?
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I agree with you. I feel like, but do it because you love it. That's the right thing to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I feel like when you do something you love, you're gonna work hard at it because you love it.
Right.
And unconsciously you're gonna work at it hard.
Right.
Like you do it
Right.
just because, and it's gonna make people start to buy in it because you put so much energy into it.
Right,
People
right.
are gonna start to love what you love. Like,
Right.
yo, this nigga D is funny as shit.
Right.
And a lot of people lose focus on that. Like, I think it matters. Like, you gotta do something you love. Like the fact
Yeah.
that you do that
Right.
and you be like, I love it.
Right.
People are gonna love it just because you put so much time and energy into it. Like
Right,
that's
right.
that's real to me. Like, you know, even with your music, like you love it.
Right.
It's like it's dope. I just think that's the best feeling when you love working out. That's why you a successful bodybuilder or a personal trainer, because that's what you do. You wake up like everything you do is a workout. You be having your phone in your hand.
Yeah.
You start working out with your
You
phone.
just gotta love it.
Yeah,
You know
love
what
what
I'm
you
saying?
do, man.
And do it the way you want to do it.
Right.
Don't let nobody tell you.
When
Yeah.
you start saying, if I do it this way, it'll happen quicker.
that's not the
Now
key.
you no longer doing what you love.
Right.
Yeah,
You
true
know what I
that.
mean? You may like, let's say you love rapping.
You selling your soul.
You start doing it a different way because you like this way is working. So the way you start doing it is no longer the way you love. Like you don't love that shit no more. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like you gotta
Stay in your lane.
like how you said the bodybuilder. Like let's say you love fitness, you love being fit, you get in these bodybuilding contests, but you like, yo, the person that's winning, he way buffer. I think he taking steroids. Now you start taking steroids. Now you cut that corner. Now you cut that corner. Now you no longer doing what you love.
Right.
You're trying to
chasing.
you're chasing the accomplishment.
Right.
You no longer doing what you love doing. That will in turn get the accomplishment. But no longer doing what you love.
Right.
You're chasing the
It's
accomplishment.
a slow grind, man.
Yeah,
It's a slow grind.
It's a slow burn. Yep.
It's a slow grind.
That was a good talk.
So like, let me ask this question. So, if if a dude cheat
Yeah.
and if a girl cheat, is it different?
I mean, what do you mean by that?
That's-
Explain a little bit
that-
more. I
Okay,
mean,
go
So
ahead.
like, if a dude cheat, you know how girls are more like patient. They give you more chances.
Forgiving.
Yeah, they more forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
But if the girl cheat, it's like she's
You
she's
hoe.
the worst.
but
Double standard.
I think the reason that happens a lot, and I mean, I ain't speaking for everybody, but I know personally, I think it's because usually the guy doing his own shit and it hurts. It's because you didn't think she was capable of doing that. I mean, for me, I mean, most times when a dude find out his woman cheating on him, it's because he had no clue. Because most dudes wouldn't be with a girl that they think would cheat on them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what my personal.
But what if
thing.
your babe is bad and she can cheat? You know what I'm saying? Like she
Well,
got dudes.
Then that's
That's
totally
different if
That's
she,
that's a
like-
different story. Then I mean, I feel like you always had that in anticipation in your mind. Like you always thought that in your mind. Like if you go with a girl that's bad, like let's say you throw
So
out
if
there.
a girl cheat, it's like you done.
If a girl cheat, I mean, yeah,
if your
honestly,
girl cheat on you, you done. With
at
it.
this day and age, yes.
Yeah, and I think that's a key point when you said this day and age, because growing up, I don't know if it's this way instinctively. Certain shit is the way it is because of what's been drilled in our minds years and years and years. What we see on TV, we always seen that women aren't supposed to be easy, quote unquote.
like flamboyant and
like
out and yeah.
you're not like
Yeah,
we,
you
the,
supposed to-
we yeah like
supposed to crack them like
it's supposed to be
crack
hard.
the code. Yeah,
like you opening up your legs for another man. Like I'm
Right.
just the one entering.
Right.
Like I don't know where I heard it, but a great analogy was
Mm-hmm.
think about like I can lick my finger and put it in your ear, and what's it called, a wet willy or something.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't feel like I did anything nasty.
right.
But
right.
to you feel violated.
Right,
So
right.
when something
You're not just
enters
gonna
you,
let anybody just
yeah,
enter
it
you. Like
enters
that.
you. So it's
Right.
like, damn, you let something else enter you.
Right.
And it feels like, yo, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a double standard. But double standards are real. My girl can punch me in the face. I'm not gonna call the cops. And if I do, she probably not gonna get in trouble.
Right.
I punch her in the face, she call the cops. I'm gonna get in trouble. That's a double standard.
Right.
But I think double standard works the other way too. Like at
Right.
the end of the day, you have a vagina. And
the vagina can get worn out.
right.
To
And,
be
and I
honest
think
with you.
entering that, it holds
dick-
a little bit
a
more.
dick can't really get worn out. Like,
Yeah,
yo.
it definitely. I think it. I'm not saying
Like
either
if
one
you
is
fucking
right.
a bunch of different dicks, you feel me? That shit can get worn out.
Yeah.
But
Especially
think-
if you fucking niggas with fucking 12 inches and
But
your
you-
man don't got
But
that
even
joint.
not
Yeah.
even getting technical, what you're saying is gay valid. Think of a vagina as like a house. If
Right.
you have a house, your house keeps clean because you ain't got no kids. You ain't got your peoples
and
coming
you
over
not
having no
nobody
parties.
entering with their shoes.
You
and
have a
just
party
trapping
in your
shit.
house.
That
your shit is trash.
right.
It's a different house. It
It's
ain't
a
the same
different
house.
It ain't the same house because everybody
Right.
been in there. But when you got a
Right.
woman who keep up with herself, like she keep quiet, she keep to
the house
herself,
clean.
she keep that pussy quiet, she keep it to herself.
Right.
When you get it, it's like, yo,
You
this
enter,
house is
it's like
clean.
this is fucking
I
royalty.
love this house. I love it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like if you want to be technical about it, it's like
Nigga said, I love this house.
you know, it's the standards. Like I make 100 million as opposed to this pussy is 100 million as opposed that this is some farmer meal pussy.
Right.
Cause
It's
once
the
you let
hoopty.
another nigga jump in it,
It's
you
that
need
hoopty
let another
pussy.
nigga jump in it. That shit ain't worth 100,000
that
more. It's
hoopty
more-
pussy.
yeah.
It's almost like
It'll get you where you need to go,
Get you
but
where
it's,
you need to
you
go.
don't give a fuck.
At the end of the day, girls can't cheat.
They can't. Dog.
It is what it is.
They can't.
Girls, when y'all cheat, more than likely a nigga not going to take you back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I
Right.
mean, because it's just too much shit goes in your mind when you think of your girl cheating. It's just you seen too many movies, you know, all the prostitution, all that shit. If my girl cheat on me, nigga, she a prostitute. She walk the streets and get paid money to get fucked. If you cheat on me, you a prostitute. You on Backpage. You selling your vagina. Period. That's in my mind.
That's
That's,
what-
what just happened.
Yeah.
Right.
You sold your pussy for $100.
Yeah.
If you cheat on me,
Hope it was worth it.
I hope it was worth it. You know what I mean?
Nah,
And
that's
what I mean,
funny.
it's a double standard, but that's what it is.
Right.
It's facts. I mean, I just think you're right. Like nobody wants. Because think about it. If you got a woman, right, who has, let's say, 4 kids or 3 kids, it could be no wrong with it because she could have it by the same dude, but another dude, I'm like, man, that's a lot of baggage. I don't know if I don't know if I want to do that.
Right.
You know what I
Pussy
mean?
got miles
Right.
on it.
And it got miles on it, so it's double standard. It's kind of fucked up because girls would date a dude who got fucking 3 kids.
Right.
But like, yo, that's my nigga. He cool. He done calm down his baby mom. He got his baby moms in line. Like, it's sad, but it's so true.
It is.
The dude is driving a car. The car is the girl. I can drive 1,000 cars and nobody would know, right? Nobody would know. Yo, you a race car driver. You drove 1,000 cars in your life. You had 1,000 cars. But guess what? If a car had 1,000 drivers,
Right.
that shit's gonna be need a bunch of oil changes.
Right.
The engine gonna be about to crash, and the
right.
girl is the car. The man is the driver. That's
Right.
what it is.
Yo,
Like,
that
we
was
can
a dope
hop in
analogy right
and
there.
drive a
was.
bunch of
It
cars,
was.
and we cool. But if
Yeah.
a girl have a bunch of people riding in
Yeah.
their car,
And you can't be all bitter because once you start getting bitter because you fucking a bunch of niggas and nobody want to wife you, it just start your pussy just start getting dry. Like it's just like, I mean, I don't know.
and your
You feel
mind
me?
get fucked up.
Yeah, your
because you
mind
know
get
you being a
fucked
hoe.
up. It
Or
just- yeah.
also some girls get lucky, right? Some girls were whores in their past lives when they was younger. You know, everybody know a whore. Everybody know the whores.
Yeah,
they was
yeah,
whores.
your past,
Yeah.
like yeah, you
But
right.
then you meet a dude who don't know you at all. He from somewhere else. He come around here. He wife you up. Trust me, I seen a couple of them on
That's
IG.
cool.
But that I'm
but
glad.
it's still,
I'm-
they still know.
Nah, they don't know.
You
I don't
know?
want to know.
Right. That's the thing, because we
Right.
don't know.
Right. Nah,
I
you
can
right,
meet a
you
girl
right.
who bad now, humble, and is quiet.
You right.
She from fucking Texas.
You right.
And she just like, damn, this is a good girl. This is my baby. I'll take her back home to Texas. Niggas probably like, yo, this nigga kissing her in the mouth.
You right.
Remember she did all of us?
You right.
So it's like one thing about it is too, like you got savage, what do you call it? A savage title where the shit is broken down.
Salvage title.
Yeah, they fix that shit up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of savage titles out here too, niggas. Let's not get it fucked up.
Like
Housewives.
all love to Kanye, but I don't give a fuck how bad Kim is. I ain't wifing her.
Nah,
Nigga, she got fucked on camera.
Yeah, she did.
A nigga can be mad at me one day, be like, yo, fuck this nigga Steve, dog, and send me a link to my wife getting fucked. Fuck that. I
I'm
don't
done.
want a vision. Yo, nigga. To me, my girl was a virgin before I had sex with her. I don't
Right.
want to think about that shit.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
the jealous type, but
Right.
I don't want to.
Still.
There's no way.
Still.
Once that, like, I had exes where after we broke up, I found out they had sex with somebody else after we broke up. They told me. I asked. They told me. In my mind, we could never get back together. I know you fucked another nigga. It's, you know what I mean? Like,
In my mind, it's too
in my
hard.
mind, you a hoe.
And then now you're not as valuable as you were before.
To me.
At
Right.
all.
I can't. I
Right.
cannot
I can't.
envision you having sex.
Like I feel
Period.
like a chick that
After me,
I feel
yeah.
like a chick that take her man back, but still don't cheat, is royalty. Because at the end of the day, a man is labeled a dog.
True.
You feel me? And any man will tell you that they can't not look at a woman's ass when they walk by. And what do? Y'all walk by with the thinnest piece of clothes on that y'all can find in y'all fucking closet. So
Right.
what do y'all expect us to do? We
Right.
dogs. We looking.
By
we
nature.
trying. You feel me? So for the fact that I want to transition into Islam, right? I don't want to. I just.
You said
how
you
do
wanna
y'all
be a
feel
Muslim?
about it? No, no. I just want to figure out how y'all think about it, because
Got it.
it just seems like
Ramadan.
It seems the right
it
thing to
seems
do.
like Islam is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
The women are covered up
Uh-huh.
to where you can't really see their
Uh-huh.
body.
Uh-huh.
They appreciate life once a year to the point where food, just waking up at a certain time, praying to their,
Can't eat.
you can't eat and all that,
Drink water.
or drink water. You know what I'm saying? They not really celebrating the Christian holidays, which we think are money driven at the
Right.
end of the day. So how do y'all and they talk about how you can have multiple wives. So not to say that's the best part
Right, right,
about
right.
it, but I'm just saying, like, they know that men aren't just
It's
we
in our
can't just
DNA.
focus. It's in our DNA.
It's our DNA.
So why, you know what I'm saying? So how do y'all feel about Islam?
I
And
mean-
I want to talk about this because I know, Will, you're more Christian than I am.
Right.
I grew up in a Christian.
I mean, I want to say
household.
this. I believe in God and Jesus and all that. I mean, that's true. But I will say this: where I work at my job, I
Let me
work in
check the camera.
Philadelphia. I never dealt with so many Muslim or Islamic people in my life.
Right.
And honestly, I just had conversations with a couple of the girls about how the religion is and how it goes. And honestly, to me, it's ideal of what it's supposed to be.
Right.
They cover themselves up.
Right.
They're not even supposed to
men can
drink.
really
They're
hit
not
on
supposed to
them.
drink liquor
Right.
or smoke weed.
Right.
They don't go out to clubs. That's not needed. You cover your hair up so nobody knows what you look like except your man, which is good because our thing is like your girl put on something popping and all that, nigga looking at your babe. Most niggas don't care because she come home with you, but some niggas be like, yo, what the fuck you got on?
But imagine if you didn't see your babe. You see your babe in that garnet, whatever
That
it is.
garb, yeah.
You seen him like for like 2 days because it's whatever y'all going out, whatever. And then she take that shit off. You remember what
You
she
see
looked
that
like?
body?
Oh my God! You
It's
remember
whopping.
what she looked like under there?
Yo, it's crazy.
Yo,
but, yo,
Islam looked like that shit got popping.
Yo,
listen,
dog.
it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yo,
I'm not the most religious person. I do have faith. I think faith is relative. Like what you believe is
because you
what
still
you believe
pray
in.
to something.
But I do think there's something to say about
The way Muslims handle
removing
themselves,
temptation.
right?
Too much temptation, like temptation almost feels wrong. Like, not
Nah,
speaking
it
about
does.
myself, but let's speak about a nigga named Greg.
Right.
If Greg walking down the street, see a joint with a fatty, he like, damn, man, it is hard
To the
being-
point where you can't even stop looking for
and
until
like,
she
and now you
disappeared.
can't even stop thinking about that
Right,
shit.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And that can kind of clout your brain.
It can.
And now what you doing? Like, let's say you going to work and your job is something you love. Let's say you going to fucking create a script. You going to write a script. You see the baby with a donkey walk by, and now you go to write that script. You're like, damn, I wonder where the fuck was she going, man? She bad.
I
yo.
shoulda talked to
I should have said something, man.
Right.
Yo, I could have said, hey man, I like you. Like just thinking of different. You always
Yeah.
think of shit you could have said to her to start a
Dog,
conversation.
that shit is
that
real,
temptation is
dog.
crazy.
And
So I
women
think-
don't understand that shit, dog.
I think something goes to say about the the Islamic culture that does cover up. It's something beautiful about that. Because remember I was saying like I wish we didn't get horny as much. Because if you didn't get horny as much, you can get way more shit done.
Right.
You would appreciate your girl a lot more.
But think about animals. They got mating seasons.
Mating seasons,
You feel
right?
me? It's not like where they just fucking all the time.
All
We're
the
trying
time.
to.
But
It's like at this
when
time.
they in heat.
You feel me? And the rest of the time, we do
They
what
chilling.
we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But then you gotta get to know a woman when you don't see. But I say this too. I think the Islamic culture does support it more, especially because most women who are in it
Right.
stay garbed up the whole year round. There are some that don't get garbed until they
Right.
come down.
So if you get to know a woman without really knowing what you,
What you
want from them,
right? And you just get the
to know
culture.
their mind.
It's popping. But that's why you got some things like not even saying like Christianity because. Like it's so deep, like you know what I mean, getting into personal things. But you got some people who do go to church who are like, oh, she's a church girl.
Yeah, like my grandma and my grandfather, they're like church people. You feel me?
And you call them a
they're
church-
Good. They're
you call
good
her,
church
like,
people, Christian.
But yeah, like if you see a church girl, like our age, you be like, she's a church girl. Most brothers like us won't try to holler at her
Yeah,
because we be like, yo, that's too hard to get, and she all in the God, and I know I ain't gonna have a chance.
Or we don't want to hurt her,
Or
don't
we
wanna
think
hurt
she
them.
wild. Because there's a misconception where we
Church
think a
girl-
lot of church girls are wild.
just like I
Like
think
stalkers.
just like like the Islamic girls are like the one girl told me like they had their times where they take it off and they go out when they do their thing. And she's like, one time the girl was like, yo, I got my first son when I wasn't guarded up for the first 3 years.
Right.
She said, because I met a dude, he saw me, and you know, she probably popping underneath that joint.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I see her face. She don't cover her face up, but
Cover her
But
body.
not
She cover
all
her body.
Muslims like they're not like just straight. You know what I'm saying? They sometimes they veer off, but you just
yeah, you try to get back in line.
yeah. Cause sometimes you smoke or drink, but then
But
at
it's
the end of
that
the day, the rest
conservative.
of
I
the
like
year
that.
you still trying to live by a certain way, and that's repenting is because at the end of the day, Christianity, Jewish, whatever it's called in Islam, they're all the same thing. It's just like they're all branched off into their own McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's type of deal. You feel me? So, but Islam just seems like it's more Christianity seems like it's more business, and Islam seems like it's more like earthly. You feel me? Like what's really how people really are. You feel me?
And I don't want to get too much into like saying, one's better or one's this and this that. But I think what the moral is, and I think which I wish I could do more is fight temptation more. Like I wish I can be like, yo, all right, for 3 months. Like I remember a
But if
while
you
ago
couldn't
I
see
said I'm gonna
women,
stop
you
drinking.
could, dog.
Remember I said I was gonna stop drinking. I wish one day I could say, all right, I'm gonna stop drinking, stop smoking, and I'm gonna stop having sex for 6 months. You know what I mean? Like that temptation. Sometimes I was want to like, yo, temptation is a motherfucker. I understand
is.
why they say temptation is the devil, or the devil is what tempts you, because temptation is a motherfucker. That shit will take your brain and throw it.
Not eating pork.
Like you just think like it's just so much. Like sometimes, yo, it's something
Yeah.
about like just
Temptation is a bitch.
taking all the shit that you tempted about and
That's
just
true.
not doing it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Not even be focused on it.
and just not do it.
Focus on something productive. Not even be worried about this. You feel me? Like I wish I could do that too.
And
but
that's the root of it. Like I don't even want to think too much of religion, but the root of that, I think is what you're saying, is it values blocking out like the quote unquote bad shit. You know what I mean? Like it puts strong, because I don't know enough about it to say it's amazing or it's not amazing or it's better than this, or I don't know enough about this. I see me personally, I see little great things in almost all religions. Like if you can take a little bit from Christianity, a little bit from Muslim Islam, a little bit from
But that's
Buddhist,
what it
and just take
really
a little
is.
bit from all of it.
That's
I think
what
you
it
can
really
just create
is, and you
better values.
can. But then it's like the gang shit. You feel me? Like you always gonna have people who take it to another level where
And say you can't do this because you're Muslim now.
Yeah, you feel me? And then like just like the media, or you got like different tribes and different religions and different kingdoms. It's just all just breaking shit up. Divide,
Separation.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Separation,
yeah.
and it's all
It's clicky.
just you always got one dude who thinks he can run shit better than this dude, so he comes off and he breaks off and he tries to get his cult. That's all life really is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as people who running things,
Right.
but what we want to do is just be able to come together, live life how naturally, and Islam seems like it's more natural, because at the end of the day we do have to appreciate what goes on. Like we try to say like buying each other gifts is more appreciative, but like not eating from when the sun comes up to when the sun goes down. Like
You appreciate
we
food
can
a little bit.
like we don't do that. I mean I think Christians do fast though now.
Yeah.
It's called they got the Daniel fast, but the only thing that makes the Islamic more dominant, I would say, is that's a thing.
It's always
Right.
been a
It's
thing.
not like if that's your religion, that's
yeah,
what you
the
do.
Daniel thing is like a choice thing, right?
It's like you can do it, but some people don't do it. Like
I
you know what I
got
mean?
you.
It
I
wasn't
got you.
established.
I got you.
Like, but it's about fasting. Anytime you fast, they say you're closer to God, mind, body, and spirit, which is, I think that's why Muslims do it too, because they pray. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? They pray. So, I mean, either way, I think they're both like dope things to do. I mean, because it brings you close to your inner peace and focusing on the real things. Really, that's what Christmas and Thanksgiving is supposed to be about. Like, my dad never celebrated Christmas.
Right.
Only because he said, like, people worry about getting gifts.
Right.
When really in reality, that's not what it's for. If it's supposed to be celebrating Jesus' birthday, as people, we make it seem like, because we don't really truly know that's his birthday.
Right.
But if it's to celebrate his birthday,
So what was
why
Easter?
do we make it about us?
Why is it our birthday?
Why
am
are
I
we
getting gifts
getting
on
gifts?
Jesus'
It
birthday?
is.
Because I don't get gifts on my
It
mom's
really
birthday.
is.
Right, and on Thanksgiving, like Thanksgiving is not just for the food; it's about being thankful. That's the time that we should be using as people, like to say, "I'm thankful to have y'all as my brothers."
Right.
I'm thankful to have y'all around. So what me and my family did is we get in a circle and we say what we thankful for.
Right.
Most families don't contribute that in their mindset because they're focused on the holiday. Or it's Easter, so you're going to go to church because it's Easter?
Right.
Right.
You're going to put a
Right.
church outfit on because it's Easter?
That's what Christianity does. It just
Like,
like
come
it
on,
drives the
man.
wrong message. But Islam, it seems like, all right, we're not going to push every single month something on you, but you know, we just want to make sure, like, whatever you're doing within your life, you make sure that you appreciate life. Period. You feel me?
And I don't know if that's the right thing to say, only because what you may feel that's the right thing, but he may feel Christianity is the right thing. So I don't think it's anybody. I think that's the problem, though.
Right.
The problem with quote unquote religion is, you know, let's say you start liking Islam. You loving it so much now you bashing Christianity, and then Christianity will say, you know, Islam is bad because it does this and it does this and it does this, and I think that's where the problem lies. That's why I think that's where the white-black problem lies in. That's where the religion problem is. That's where the rich
That's
poor
true.
is.
So let's
What
take
happened-
away religion. I don't want to cut you up, but let's
Yeah.
cut off religion. It just has to be some point where something has to be taken out of every religion for real. Because at the end of the day, you know,
Or respect what each other do.
yeah, you're right. Because I mean, at the end of the day, we do have to fast. We have to.
But
people
you
have
may
to
feel that way,
fast.
but some people may not feel that
But
way.
why not though? You have
Just
to.
like you may feel like you want to be a comedian, but you can't be mad because somebody else don't want to be a comedian.
It's one of
You see what I'm saying?
But how do you not appreciate life or people that don't have what you have, the less fortunate?
True,
You feel me?
true,
There are
true.
people who can't eat what they want or don't have the choice
Mm-hmm.
to eat what they want. Can't even get clean water. So for the fact, that's what fasting is. It's more than just waking up and not, you know, appreciating having shit. It's more,
Right.
it's appreciating what other people don't have too.
So what
I-
if, to play devil's advocate, like let's say my version of valuing, I don't do this, so I'm saying, let's just say, that's what I'm just saying in the spirit of conversation. Let's say, you know, me saying, you know, to like appreciate what I have, you know, and appreciate that, damn, some people don't have this. What if instead of just taking one, what is it? What was Ramadan, a week
Yeah.
out of the year, or something, or one day,
No, no, no.
1 week,
1 month,
one
yeah.
It's a
month.
month, yeah,
So
yeah.
what if so what if somebody else may say, all right, for
They
1
do
month
it.
out the year, I'm going to every day for 8 hours feed the homeless.
No, you're right.
And what if
But
that's their
but
version?
But that's what Islam is. It makes sure that you do it. It makes sure you do it. You feel me? It's like you saying, like that is like, if you want to and you can, you're going out of your way. That's
Right.
that's a great so quote unquote Christian.
Good deed, yeah,
But
yeah.
Islam,
But there's
is
certain
like,
shits
we're
that
all gonna
Christianity
do it.
we supposed to do, but Islam, I don't know about anything about either. But what I do know is I don't know anything about either. So I can't say that this religion
And Islam
doesn't
is
have
more-
something that you have to do that's supposed to be appreciative, or Buddhist,
right.
or Episcopal, or
Right,
whatever.
because from what I learned is Islam is more worried about keeping people who are Islam like together and healthy. Just
Yeah.
like if you watch like Roots and stuff, like when we first came over here, the people, we were Islamic. They taught us Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if I've, you know, just like gangs and all that, like if you see somebody getting robbed or stolen from, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be like, I don't really know them. Let me stay out of it. Maybe,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
If you
right.
see, if you're Muslim and you see another Muslim person, you know, got the thing on their head and the beard or whatever, most likely they're going to help you. So it's just like the tradition and everything is more unity. You know what I'm saying? And
I
it's
mean,
more like,
I know, I agree with you. I get what you're saying, but then also what you're saying is a true fact, because like I said, like the Muslim girls I got on my unit, they stick together. They call each other every day. It's like they'll joke me like, "Don't be talking to my girl. You know I got her back."
right.
So it is about unity, but also too, like some people may look at it as, yeah, they're gonna help you because that's another Muslim brother. But what about just a regular brother that don't got it on, that maybe you want to bring to, you know, I mean, Islamic. So I mean, I know you're saying like
Right.
if they getting banged, so it could almost seem as if it's like a clique.
A cult. You only helping your
cult.
people. Like I ain't
Almost
gonna
like
help.
if you
I
wanna,
ain't gonna help you if you Christian.
right,
I ain't
you-
helping you because you're a Christian. I ain't helping you.
you're
I
right.
think
You a
that's
you
where
a
the
Kappa,
problem lies.
you was
Ken.
oh he's a Kappa. I'm not gonna help him because I'm a Q, or I'm a Sigma. So what you're saying is so valid and it's so true. But what I would love is, I respect what you do. If you're Islamic, that's fine.
But as a
even
Islam
if I'm
person, as a Muslim person, you'll probably help somebody that's not Muslim too before a so Christian person.
But I think
But you
that's
can't
where
say
the
that.
problem lies.
Yeah.
Because you're basically bashing a Christian
You think
now,
I'm
and that's
bashing 'em?
wrong.
I'm not trying to bash.
Because
No,
there
no,
are-
but I'm saying you're not trying to. But that's why I'm not a
It's just
religious
the
person,
morals.
because I grew up and I hear Christian people downplay people who aren't Christian. And I see, now I'm not saying you downplaying Christians, but there are people who
'Cause
are
I'm not even
Islamic.
Muslim, you
Right, that's
feel
what I'm
me?
saying. There are people who are Islamic, and not even just Islamic or Muslim. There may be people who are Buddhist. There may be people
True.
who are Hindu. There may be people who, I don't know all the religions, but it
can't
almost
knock
becomes
somebody.
culty kind
Yeah,
of
can't
because you
knock
like
somebody.
what I feel
Is right.
is right. What you feel is wrong, and I
Right.
think that's where the problem. Because
But
then you don't accept. You're not be able to learn from. Now I can
Right.
learn something if I'm
Right.
Christian from a Muslim
Right.
person.
Right.
A Muslim person, if I'm Muslim, I can learn from a Hindu person.
Right.
Like that door of collaborative.
But I
collaboration.
I agree with you. I think what in reality it is, you respect somebody that brings a sense to you. Like you ever meet somebody and you don't really know much about them, but when they there, they make you feel
And
comfortable.
that's what it's about. Fuck religion.
It's,
Yeah.
do you make me feel comfortable?
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you, your best friend could be a Muslim. Your best friend could be a Christian. You could be Christians and Muslims can be friends.
right.
Because it happens on everyday life. It happens. I see it happen at my job, which is
Right.
crazy. We bust jokes on each other,
Right.
but we don't knock what the other person does. We might make jokes, and because we know each other, we know it's
Right.
all fun. But that's what it's really about. It's like, do you have my back if I need you?
And people take religion the wrong way. Religion
Right.
is appreciating what's here, life. Like people are taking
True.
religion to, okay, like you said, what you don't do is wrong, and what this person doing is wrong. But at the
Right.
end of the day, each religion kind of like branches off to, okay, we appreciate this month or Christmas because Jesus was born. So. And what is Jesus? The person who created everything. You feel me?
Right.
Or God's son. And Islam is like, that month we have to appreciate life. We can't do nothing. You can't do this, can't do that. So we have to go back to just appreciating life and people as people. You know what I'm saying? You here for a reason. You here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. We're all on this podcast for a reason.
Right.
And stop looking at it as like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I don't do something, so you don't like it.
True.
You don't do something, I don't like it. You don't do something, so I don't
Yeah.
like it. And that's what I'm trying to get into. You feel me? I'm just
Positive
trying to-
vibes.
Yeah, positive vibes and just
Yeah.
nobody's better than nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's
And-
I think that's the point, because like, let's say if you were like, Muslim, like since we're on the topic, if you're a Muslim but you just a cool brother Muslim, you always got positive vibe. You never know. People might be like, yo, D, I really just like, I dig what you do. I dig your
Right.
culture, man. I just want to learn a little bit more.
Right.
You never pressure me or ask me to do it, but
Right.
I like the way you always on chill and your energy. Like,
Right.
you mind telling me a little bit more,
Right.
or I want to hang around it. Like
Right.
that's why people join like
And
clubs.
I do have people
and
that hit
fraternity.
me up. I do have people hit me up that want to work with me or want to
'Cause
learn
they
what I
respect
do.
you.
But sometimes I just feel like they don't want to work as hard as I do, or they don't. So I just be like, I don't give in. You feel me? And that's just. I just gotta look as people, you feel me, and just stop looking at it
Or
as
it can always be a test, but like, I appreciate you wanting to come out with me, but if you serious, Saturday I'm gonna be here. Come out, and I'll show you some
You're
respect.
right. You're
I mean,
right.
if they don't call you, don't
and
hit
they
you
don't
up.
Come out.
It
you're
is what
right.
it is. But if they really want to be there,
Right.
you ain't gonna have to remind them. They're gonna
Right.
be there
Or they'll
early.
hit me up and be like, next
Yo, I'm
time
here.
come
Where you
out.
at? Yeah.
Yeah, you right.
And just quickly to touch on it before we bounce off of it is I think I think religion was initially put together to just help guide people,
Right.
like because we say like
Organize.
Christians celebrate Christmas as giving gifts. I don't know if that's true. I think America and our economy pushes it to where Christmas means you got to get gifts, but
Right.
I don't know what a diehard Christian does on Christmas. I don't know. I know what America does.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's all I know as America.
Right.
So I think what happens is a lot of times the money gets involved into all shit, and money or people who are here to capitalize or capitalists want to kind of infiltrate any system, whether it's religion, and they want to kind of use it to make money. But at the end of the day, I think in reality, like you said, religion was just there to kind of guide people, like whether it's guiding you to say, all right, to appreciate, food, 1 month out the year, don't eat after XYZ, or, to appreciate God on Christmas. What you're going to do is you're going to come together with your family and you're going to appreciate them because
However you
God,
do, you
however
have
you
to.
do it.
You have
And then
to
what
do it.
happens is, of course, it becomes whispered down the lane and people
Right.
start living their own way. And then, but
Because you try to convert people, so it's like, why this is better and why they don't do this.
right,
Because
come
you
a
gotta
club.
do this.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
more
I'm saying?
about just doing what.
That
just
might have started in jail
taking,
too. You know
like,
what I'm saying?
like somebody might fast, right? They be like, okay, I like the fact that Muslims fast, but I don't quote unquote call myself a Muslim because I know there's certain rules that I quote unquote can't. Maybe I still like pork.
Right.
Maybe I still like pork, but
Right.
but I do like the fast, right?
Right.
I mean, but and the thing about Christianity, I do like, to pray every day. Or I don't. I
Right.
mean, I'm sure all religions pray, but I'm just saying
Right.
you can
Or
take
like,
little
like,
things.
like the holidays. You,
You
might
might
like
like-
to come
you
together
might
with your
come
family
together with
and
your
give
family.
out gifts and all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you may believe, God, or Jesus died and he rose on Easter. And Easter,
Right.
I'm gonna come together to
'Cause
appreciate
there's some
the rebirth.
truth to that Bible. It's like whatever. Yeah, it's some truth to the stories. Like whether it's like situations that happen that they're just telling and you're gonna get through it, but there's some meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? Like just whether it's the beginning of time and they all came together and told stories on this happened to me, and you're gonna. If this is happening to you, you're gonna get through it this way, or this happened to me, so you can learn from it this way. But you have to take heed to like just history and just the way things came about, and not like live by it, but take what you're told and
take what you need, take what
Right.
you believe, like because when you talk about stories and religions and Bibles, like every religion I think has its book that you are guided by.
David and
I
Goliath.
think it was like kind of like
Oh, yeah.
everybody told their depiction of the story that they seen. Like
David
there
and
may be
Goliath.
people who weren't in Jerusalem.
Right.
And I don't know for sure that the only people living were in Jerusalem. So maybe if there was people somewhere else in Antarctica, who
There
knows?
was.
And maybe it was, you know what I
There
mean? And
was.
they told their story, and that
Right.
became their religion because
Right.
what they seen back when it was basically them.
Right.
They told that story. They
Right.
believed like, hey, these are the principles that I seen in the stories I seen to guide my kids.
Right.
And my kids got their kids, and
They
that's
don't-
how I think those great books were created. So that's where religions were created because everybody's telling what they
Yeah.
seen and what they believe because they were the first people in that land or area.
Because it can
and
be
they told their
used.
story.
It can be used in a bad way. Because they said that Christian priests went into the African lands and they were trying to be all nice and priesty and praying, and then at night when everybody was asleep, that's when they went in and
You said
started-
Christian priest?
Yeah.
Or Catholic
Or
priest?
Catholic.
whatever Catholic priests, or I mean, the
But I know what
the
you're saying,
Christian-
just-
with people, the
yeah.
Christian ministers, whatever.
Okay.
They went in on the land. They were acting like we're peaceful. We come in peace on some alien shit. And then when everybody was asleep, that's
Just
when they
when it
started
was acting
locking
up.
people up and start going
Turn
in.
your phone off, boys. Nigga keep
Yeah,
answering
you're
his
right.
phone on the podcast. Got his
Right.
phone on. Put that thing
So
on silent.
religion is definitely dangerous too.
Yeah, because every
because
religion
you
got
can-
their little
you
pieces
can
where
brainwash people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Think,
saying?
think about ISIS. I mean, not to get in too deep on it, there's certain things that, quote unquote, that they may be doing because they feel is the right way to be doing it is being manipulated just the way, quote unquote, the Catholic priest may manipulate and, touch little boys, and they're using religion to do it. And I think with anything good, you can use it for bad. You see what I'm saying?
They're
Like
trying to find a way to twist it.
try to find a way to manipulate people with it. And I think that goes with any religion, any belief, any following. People manipulate it. You can manipulate people's ability to say, I love playing basketball. You know what I mean? You
Right.
can manipulate you to
Right.
be like, yo, I need you to do this. I need you to do this, or I'm not bringing you on my college team, which can help better your life. So I think anything can be manipulated in a bad way. And that's kind of where that goes.
Nah, you're right. All right, so let's transition to since we was talking about religion and women. So girls and thinking like men these days, like why do
Oh,
y'all
yeah,
think
yeah.
that happened?
So
Like,
the reason why I put that out there for y'all is because I seen this fucking Instagram post, and I see it often, and I'll see girls post some shit, and it says like, I woke up this morning, stress free, bills paid,
yeah.
no boyfriend stressing me, and 8 texts from my side niggas.
right.
First things first, I just need to talk to the girls for a
Go
little
ahead,
bit.
let them know. Let them know, Sinner.
When they say they wake up to 8 texts from they quote unquote side nigga, y'all basically are waking up to 8 texts
From niggas who trying
from
to
niggas who trying to fuck and you don't want to fuck them.
right.
They're thirsty. They're sending you. I'm not saying I'm just saying that's what's happening.
That's corny.
That's not a side nigga.
That's corny.
Because listen, when we talk about side bitches, we like them side bitches. We want to fuck them. We want to be around them.
Right.
The niggas that's texting y'all in the morning aren't side niggas. They're niggas who are thirsty and y'all don't want them. And that's the problem. What you girls need to do is just stick to your lane. Stop trying to be like men all the time. Stop trying to not have emotions. Stop trying to, bounce from nigga to nigga. Because let me tell you this. With age, unfortunately, those boobies start to drop a little bit. That ass starts to drop a little bit. Unfortunately, with men, you can be ugly, you can age, and you'll still get girls.
Right. Right.
On the unfortunate side, if you ugly and you aging, it's tougher for girls to get men.
Very.
So what I'm saying is, stop trying to play these games. This game ain't built for y'all.
Son, you the
And
shit,
that's
man.
fine.
You the shit
This
for
game
bringing
is
this up,
not
man.
built for y'all. It's not built for y'all to
No.
be unemotional, to be bouncing from nigga to nigga, because you got an expiration date. And some girls don't. They age amazing.
Right.
But I'm just saying,
But
this
but
game ain't for
20
y'all.
But 80% of them don't.
They don't. This game ain't for y'all. So, and just, y'all ain't waking up. I see a little post. I wake up to 8 texts from my side niggas. Good morning. They not your side niggas. They niggas you don't want.
Yeah.
I think y'all got the game fucked up. Y'all think just because a man has a side bitch, he don't like her. No, he likes her.
Yeah. That's why that's his side.
That's why it's a side bitch. He
Right.
treats her very good too.
Trust me.
Usually a nigga will get his side bitch something for Christmas. He like her. Don't get it fucked up. It's just he may like his main bitch a little bit more.
Right.
But he like his side bitch. So I just want to let y'all know y'all got the game fucked up. Just because a nigga is thirsty for y'all, that's not y'all side nigga. Just because a nigga come and eat your vagina and you don't fuck him, that's not a side nigga. That's a peasant. We fuck the shit out. I don't fuck the shit out my side bitch. I ain't got a side bitch. But I'm just saying, men fuck the shit out they side bitches.
And then
And they eat their vagina. So
Nah,
y'all
I don't
got
eat-
the
I don't eat.
they ain't a side bitch.
But
That's the thing.
but some men
That's
do.
the thing. No. Niggas got the game fucked up. If you fucking a little chick on the side and get heard from her, that's not a side bitch. A side bitch is a chick that you treat good on the side.
yeah.
You ain't just, I'm telling you, bro. A side bitch is like a mistress. A side bitch comes from the word mistress. You treated your mistress well. You didn't just get head from a mistress. That's what you do to a prostitute.
Right.
So
Or
niggas
more,
got the
yeah.
game fucked up. Aside, just because you go get head from a chick that you met down the street, that's not a side bitch.
Nah.
A side bitch is the chick that you tell your girl you got to go grab something out the car and you go call your side bitch because she funny.
Yeah.
She got good vagina too. So yeah, side bitches getting a vaginas eaten. I'm sorry.
And
a
also-
real side bitch.
And I'm gonna say this too, to Cinder's point. I know these girls be saying all that. The girls who holler all that, I woke up, bills paid, and I got 8 texts from my side niggas. You want a fucking man.
you want a man? Stop
You
trying to
want
be
a
so
man.
independent.
I hate girls.
Fake-ass
Listen, I'm
independent.
gonna say this because this pisses me off with a passion. I hate girls when I go on Instagram and they put in team single. You are not happy that you're team single. It's a thirst trap.
why
it's
you
a
telling us you're
trap.
single?
Right. We already
want a
know.
nigga to change it.
We already know. You want a nigga to change. You want a nigga to be like, oh, for real? Or you put a picture out there with your ass and be like, always classy with the best of them, or yeah, I don't sit with anybody, a second to none. Bitch, you sit with everybody.
Right.
Because we all seen your ass.
Because we all seen it, and I'm not impressed. Well, we might be, but I'm just saying, like, niggas got other situations, so I'm not in this conversation. But
Listen, chicks that are wifeable, they're wifed.
they
Period.
are.
Like
You
chicks,
treat them like
chicks
they're
that
your girl.
aren't wifed, and there's dudes who mess up and chicks move on. But at the end of the day, the chicks that are like itching for dudes, and you see them like basically thirst trapping dudes. They're not really worth anything, man, because they wouldn't have to do it. You feel me?
And I think too, they once again, I think it goes back to our conversation earlier with like success and shit like that. They have the wrong values, and maybe they could be taught, or maybe they can learn to do shit a different way, or maybe some men like that. But Instagram has turned you girls into fake independent.
Yeah, for
Y'all
real.
think not having a man and paying your own bills and all that, like, it's cool to pay your own bills, but independent isn't like, I don't need anybody. No, everybody needs somebody.
Right.
Whether it's a relationship, a brother, a mom, a dad, you need somebody. Humans are made that way. We're just made for companionship, whether it's a man, a friend, a woman, a girlfriend, a mom, a dad.
Right.
Like, stop with that fake independent shit thinking, oh, I don't need no man. You do. You ain't got a fucking man. But you ain't got to keep pushing it away like you don't need a man.
And a lot
You
of
need
these-
a man.
You do, and a lot of
Get
these
your
chicks,
shit together.
And a lot of these chicks like, okay, I'm saying I'm not, I can't really say nothing because I still live with my mom and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I'm saying, but a lot of these chicks still live with their parents,
Right.
but they want dudes who have it all. They
Right.
can't even
But you-
cook though.
But the
Right.
thing
You
is,
feel
though,
me? They can't even suck a dick, but they want a nigga to have a car,
This
a house,
They
nigga
had a
said-
Bentley.
this nigga said they
Yeah,
can't even
suck my
suck a
dick like I
dick.
got a
a
Bentley.
banging job. You can't even suck my dick while I'm driving to the venue. You
Right.
feel me? Nah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm
But-
about to go get Trish.
The-
Yeah, you
it's,
don't do it.
It's,
You feel
but
me?
it's
Yeah.
almost
Nah.
like girls nowadays that do that. It's almost like draft. They're getting
It is.
drafted.
They are.
Like Kim Kardashian. I'm gonna say this. I hate to say this. Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians, period. The Black China, all them created the lane for these hoes to do this shit
Right,
now.
right,
So when they out there
real.
modeling, putting pictures on there, they trying to get drafted for the slut of America or to be with somebody. It's almost like NBA. You work hard, you practice, you go to college, you do all these things,
Right.
and that's what they doing. Like I just
Right.
thought about that in my mind. Like they are trying to get drafted.
Right.
And that's cool and all, but guess what? You ain't Kim. Y'all girls, y'all ain't Kim.
At all.
Like, Kim can do it because she like LeBron.
Right. And she
But just
already
like-
had money.
But just
dog.
like LeBron,
She already
Oh,
had
yeah,
but
she
money.
did
just,
have
but just
bread,
like LeBron, hey, Brandon that play at the high school down the street. You ain't LeBron, my nigga.
Man, listen,
hang it up.
back
So
in-
just like it's some niggas that need to hang it up and not play basketball, there's some women that need to hang it up and stop trying to be Kim Kardashian because you're not Kim. But maybe be Kim in another field.
Right.
Be Kim, Dr. Kim.
And Kim can
Be
buy
Dr.
a nigga
Kim
a car.
Kardashian.
And back in my heyday, if I take a chick on 3 dates and she's not contributing a date, nothing, zero, she's becoming a side piece. You feel me? Like
Right.
men want to be courted too. Men want to be asked on dates.
Right.
Men want to come out and not have to pay sometimes.
Right.
Once out of every 4. You feel me?
Right.
If we paying for everything, we're gonna feel like
Or at least offer.
Offer. That's what we need. We need to
You know
offer.
I'ma say no, but at
Yeah,
least
of
offer.
course. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you what it is if I get offered by a chick, I'm gonna say no almost all the time. But if you sneak something for me and be like, look, babe, I was at the store and I just got these shirts for you. See, I don't need a lot. Or you just be like, look, babe, I got some food for you because I figured you was hungry.
Right.
Little shit like that means a lot.
Right.
Or just be like, yo, I'm at the Rita's. Yeah, just have the conversation, but like, let me know you're willing to offer because that means you're willing to nurture me when I'm at my low point.
And even I don't want to chalk it up to money because let's say maybe you ain't got the money to pay. At least when we get home,
Nurture me.
I'm not even saying suck my dick. Rub my feet.
Yeah.
Do something different. Like
Yeah.
do something because you want to make me. You want to show like, yo, I appreciate you.
Have my
And I'm
bath
not even
ready.
trying to always make it about sex. You ain't gotta come home and rob me like a crazy motherfucker. You know, just come home and be like, you know what I mean? You want to watch the game? I'm gonna rub your feet or rub my back or just like I would do that for you too. Just understand that is give and take. Just men, or I'm sure women too do too. We just want to see. We want to see that you appreciate us too. A lot of times it does come down to sex. Sometimes I want you to fucking rape me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I want you to rub my feet.
Yeah, yo.
Sometimes
when
I
I'm
want
asleep,
you to
just
be like,
pull my
yo,
pants
you want
down,
a
just
beer?
sucking my dick, because
You
I'll
know
be
what I mean?
more turned on than me. I was just chilling. I'm just have to come on to you, like
Right.
nah, like surprise me. And that's another thing. Like we don't want to have to do every fucking thing. You feel me? Like we want to.
Oh, you made a valid point. We don't want to do everything. We want you to take initiative, but sometimes as women, they expect like, okay, I want you to get on top of me and ride me. Well, put something sexy on so I want to fucking grip your ass up.
Right.
When I come in the house, I want you to just do a surprise or come out the bathroom and have some sexy ass lingerie. That's the thing, like. Men try hard to be romantic and do different things for females,
And they don't take
and sometimes females forget to think like I need to be romantic for my nigga. I'm not a like a gushy nigga. Like I don't want you to be like, baby, oh yeah, I love you so much. I don't like all that shit.
Right.
But if you a nasty freak, like if I'm sitting there, you got some nasty shit on and you slobbing me down, I'm gonna be like, you get the fuck over here so I can tear your ass up.
Women forget that
Like-
they want us to do everything for them.
Right.
They think they're such the prize these days. It's because they got so many dudes in the inbox and just trying to holler at them that they forget the little shit that we do.
True.
And then once we do something, we doing stuff for them like just buying them something to eat, calling them before we go to sleep and shit like that. They forget about that. You feel me? So then they get this from these other niggas, and then once they want a dude that's doing that stuff for them. We gone.
Or even
You
having
feel
a
me?
girl like I was going back to it, like a girl that accepts you for who you are and lets you be yourself and lets you decide to be closer to her instead of drawing it on.
And don't
That's
expect
what make
it.
it dope.
And
Like, I
don't
want a girl to
expect it.
fuck me. I'm like, all right, babe, go out with your boys tonight. I don't really want you
Right.
here. I just want to watch the TV. I want to
Right.
watch Grey's Anatomy.
Right.
And here's the thing. I think,
And I'll be here when you get back.
I think it's crucial for women to know that just as much as you want us to light candles and do some romantic shit and buy you flowers, sometimes a man want to be sitting down watching a game and a girl pull his pants down and do what she got to do, or grab my feet, rub my feet, or say, yo babe, you want a beer? You know what I mean? Just do little things that we think are quote unquote romantic.
Right.
But to speak for the women, we don't have a woman here to defend themselves. What I do want to say is I think as men, we often talk about it within our boys and we forget to tell women that that's what we want. Like
Right.
we
That's
oftentimes
true.
tell because we're too afraid to hurt their feelings. We're too afraid to tell my girl like, yo, you not fucking me good enough. I need you to pull
Right.
my pants down, jump on top and start fucking me.
Right.
I need you to see
Right.
me watching a game and go get me a beer. Sometimes we forget to tell them that because in the woman's
Yeah.
defense, they do oftentimes, or there is a precedent set for what men or what women want men to do to make them feel good.
Right.
There isn't as much of a precedent known for
men,
what
right.
men want women to
Every
do.
man is different for
right.
women.
So I
Oh,
think
that's
men
dope.
do
That was deep.
what men don't do, and I feel I am a victim of doing this sometimes, and I had to check myself. Is I think we do have to do a better job of telling women, hey, this is what I like. I want you, like, I know you want flowers, you want candles. My version of flowers and candles is this.
Yeah.
And what we do is we get too caught up in, hey, she's not doing this, I'm gonna get another woman to do it, but we don't tell her we want her to
Yeah.
do it.
Right, 'cause she
And I
can't-
think
she
that's
can't-
where
yeah.
a lo-
Yeah.
communication is key in
was
relationships,
deep.
friendships,
Yeah.
parents, everything. Like we had to do a better job of saying and putting and not being afraid to hurt their feelings. Because
That's
sometimes you afraid to hurt your girl feelings about like, yo, you're
dope.
not really fucking me. Like
For
I need you to
example-
fuck me.
For example, like if I told
That's-
my
that's
babe,
real.
like, yo, I need you to upload these videos that I just uploaded to YouTube onto my website. That's my version of buying me flowers and candles. So you're right. It's
And telling them
everybody's
that,
different.
Like,
Right.
telling
so
them,
tell
yo,
her that.
I don't want you to upload it because I need it done.
Right.
I need you to upload it because
That's romantic
it
to
makes
me.
me feel I feel appreciated.
Right,
Like, I feel
right.
wanted. That makes me feel
So when
wanted.
she does it and I don't even ask her, it's
Right.
like, oh shit, babe.
Thanks,
You feel
babe.
me?
Sometimes we
Yeah.
tell them that without telling them why we want it. Like we
Right.
say, yo,
Can you do it?
can you rub my
Right.
feet? But without
Right.
telling them, I want you to rub my feet because it makes me feel like you really appreciate
Right.
me. Just like I
Right.
know you want the flowers because you want to feel like, hey, I'm thinking of you, so I sent you flowers. I
Right.
want you to just rub my feet or
Right.
upload my video because
Right.
it makes me feel like you appreciate me so much.
Right.
You want to help me without me asking. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think just giving them that explanation too
Makes a big
would
difference.
make a huge
And a woman
difference.
will go out
This
of
nigga
their
Steve
way
like
for
his feet
you,
rubbed,
yo.
though.
Or just period. I just think we forget to tell them, man. We
Yeah, we
forget
do,
to tell
we do.
them. Yo,
Nigga
man,
love his
we
feet
do,
rubbed.
man.
Yeah.
I
We do,
think
though. That's a true fact,
we
though.
don't tell them we want that because we
Yeah.
assume they know, but
Nah, but
they
a
don't
woman
know as
will
much.
go out their way for you.
If
yo.
we let them know, though,
If you let 'em know.
and honestly
Yeah.
too, it will cause it would not confuse a lot of the arguments that happen or disagreements. I
Right.
agree because I've been in a situation before where I wasn't clear about what I wanted. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or just saying like, yo, I need my space. Like, and we are scared to tell our woman that because we don't want to argue.
Right.
You don't want to go through that, or you don't want her feelings. You don't want to see her cry, but it could be like, I'm not trying to make you cry. I just want to do stuff that's gonna make us better.
Sometimes you do need space, yo.
Yo, that's some
Space
real
is-
ass
space
shit.
is real, yo.
But let her know why
gotta
you
tell
need the
them
space.
Why you need the space?
Yeah.
That's the key, because
That's
when
the
you just say
key.
I need space, it's like, oh, I'm not good enough for
It's
you.
like,
Don't
oh,
appreciate what
breaking
I
up with
do.
me? Yeah.
But you say, look, babe, I love you and I don't want to be with nobody else, but I just need the space because I feel like when I get the space, it makes me clear, and when I see you, it makes me
Yeah.
want to give it to you more.
Right.
Right.
And at the end of the day, like, I don't mind rubbing your back. Like, you know what I mean? I'll rub your back for you because I don't want to do it, but I know it means a lot to you. I'm tired as fuck and I want to go to bed, but I'm going to take this 15 minutes and rub your back.
Because I know you appreciate it.
Because I know you appreciate it.
So
True.
would you rather want a woman who works, or would you rather want a woman that's submissive and just like a housewife?
Like me personally, and like I said, what one person wants is like that doesn't mean it's the rule. But me personally, I would like I don't want my woman to work. If I could help it, I would be the one bringing home the bread.
Right.
I want my wife to be home.
I feel the same way.
You know, I want you to take care of our kid,
Just
help raise my
me,
kids.
Help
Like,
me,
right.
help me, help us become successful.
I don't want my child in daycare at 2 years old.
He shouldn't
and in today's work field, that's how it is. Like a woman gets a couple months of
it's like 4.
so actually not even 2.
Depending
Once
on
they
your
like
job,
8
yeah.
It
months,
used to be like 6, but now they cut that.
That's
shit.
like
gotta-
two is the max probably.
and yo,
2
them
months.
them kids be in daycare at like 5 months, you know what I mean? And they
Learning from
not
other
getting that.
people,
They're
man.
learning
That
from other
shit is not-
people.
man.
And that's where the problem comes in. I would love my wife to be taking care of my kid. Like when I marry my girl, I'm gonna make sure I can tell her like, yo, you don't have to go back to work. I can pay
Right.
our bills. You know what I mean? I can pay our bills. Let
I'll
me
make
pay
sure
our
money in your
bills.
pocket, yeah.
I'm not saying I'm gonna be a
Or she can
gazillionaire.
work part-time if she wants to.
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying?
Do something you like to do. Like my
Yeah.
girl loves doing hair. You know, you do hair, you gonna make some money doing it.
Yeah,
but
because she don't even
you
have to
don't
do hair all day.
do
she
it-
can just
do it
a
on your
couple
own time.
appointments.
You
Yeah.
do it
Yeah, do it
yeah,
on
you
your
do it
own
on
time.
time, yep.
So I would like, and nothing against businesswomen, because some men love a businesswoman, and that turns them on. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I say, me personally, I would like my wife, and if she didn't want to do that, I would be okay with it too. But what I'm saying is, I would prefer that my wife, you know, you don't got to stay home all
Be
day.
a wife.
But, right.
Just take care of the
Let
house.
me take care of shit.
Or-
let me do that part. You,
Like
you
know,
do your
I
other
fixed
part.
the light bulbs
Like,
when it broke, but I just need you to just be there. You know, make sure the dinner's made. You know, make sure the kids is fine. You know what I'm
But-
saying?
And like the common misconception is, you know, Drake, Kobe wife, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym, but she was with him shooting in the gym. She wasn't with him in the gym, but she made sure when he got out of the gym, he was good.
Yeah,
Right.
she did.
I don't know for sure, but I want my wife to make sure when I'm done shooting in the gym, some food ready, or the food ain't got to be ready. We can cook together. I'm fine with that.
Right.
But I just want you to be there. So I don't want it to be translated like I want my wife to be submissive. You got to cook
and
me
I want
breakfast.
you to be.
I just want you
wanna
to
cook
be
with
there.
me. You feel me?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I don't want you to be like, oh, I'm tired tonight.
When I get off work, I don't want you to now be at work. When I get
Yeah.
home, I want you to be there. Like I
Yeah,
want to spend
a wife
time
has
with
to
you.
be a wife, and when a wife has to go to work, she can't really be a wife because she has to really provide.
Oh.
And then you got women like going to work and then taking the kids by themselves. Like women are really they turning stone
This-
cold.
Yeah.
I agree with
feel
you.
me?
Like for me, right? I agree with Steve and both of y'all. I don't want my woman to work, but what I do want to do is put my woman in a position to where she still has a business mindset. So I will put my
Right.
wife in a position to where
When she's in position, though.
she can be an owner. Like she owns
Right.
the fucking hair shop.
salon.
So all she got to do is go by and be like,
Right.
everything's okay.
Everything's
it's good.
good.
All right, I'm out of here.
All right, make sure
I
y'all
got my
lock
own
up.
money.
Right.
Only, and the reason I say that is because at the end of the day, most times is society is men are the breadwinners, so they make all the money. If something happened to you, I want to put her in a position to where she like, I got money.
You don't want your woman to be
locked, saved.
bored in a
Right.
house
She
just
can still take
locked
care of
up in a
herself.
fucking
She can still
castle.
Right, but if she
Right.
doesn't do it because she has
Yeah.
to, she do it because
Yeah.
she wants to.
She owns
Right.
the salon, so she can go check
and she
up.
still feels like she has
She could do hair if she wants to.
has something.
She has power.
She has power.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So if she could do hair if she wanted to, she can go in there just
Own the
check
shop.
up on the shop, or she could chill at the crib and watch the kids. She has to. She can't like be like I feel like all our moms grew up single mothers,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and y'all see how that can weigh on somebody. You feel me?
Yeah.
They women and they beautiful, but at the same time, it will change them. It'll make them stone cold. They feel
Right.
like they're tougher
You
than.
gotta be stronger than you need
Yeah.
to be. Like you don't gotta be fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't
Right.
gotta be
Yeah.
strong as fuck.
Right.
Like it's okay to be. It's okay to have weaknesses. It's okay to be weak. It's okay to be vulnerable because. It's more genuine, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like you want it to be real. You don't want to have to be. You don't want to have to be too strong.
Right.
So I mean, like I said, me personally, I would just like my woman to
Be able to be a
to
mom.
be with me. You know what I mean? I want
Yeah.
you to. I know the stress work can have. I know
Right.
my girl, she don't want to fucking work a 9 to 5. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
neither am I.
Let's raise this family. Because I don't want to be at work for 10 hours a day.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I want to be in a position to where I just go in and check in, or I
Right.
just go and get this money on a road for 2 weeks, and then for 2 months, I'm home with you. So,
Chilling.
as much as I want
That's
you
how
to
it
be
has to
home
be,
and be my
though.
wife, I want to be home and be your
Because
husband.
if you look at life
That's dope.
naturally, back when the king days or just the tribe days, they used to go out, they used to hunt,
Go out
but
the
they
war.
wasn't
Yeah.
just cooped up in the house with their wife every single day. They used to the men used to go out on their camaraderie shit, go do what they had to do, bring the food home, you know what I'm saying, and then they'll come home and then they'll celebrate with their wives.
Man
chill.
don't eat, he don't
That's
want- yeah.
natural,
Yeah.
not. I come home, you go to work, I go to work. My kids, we gotta pick the kids up,
Right.
daycare.
Only see you
shit's
for 2 hours a
stressful.
day.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's-
just stressful.
But that's the happiness we discuss. Like that's the key factor. Like I can get up and be like, yo, I'm about to go to this job. Hey, I'm about to check in at the job, and after that, yo, you wanna we could just shoot over at like 12 o'clock. Let's have lunch. We're gonna have a lunch day set.
Right.
Because you don't really gotta go to work, but you're doing it just because you want to do it.
Right. And I would
That's
never
dope.
bash nobody else, but I can say 99% sure if a man is a businessman and you work 10 hours a day, but you get $1 million a year. A woman is a businesswoman. You work 10 hours a day and you get $1 million a year. Y'all might be happy with yourselves, but y'all are not happy together. If you only see your wife for 2 hours a day and then y'all go to sleep, y'all not happy. Y'all don't even know each other. I'm sorry, y'all not. It's not going to happen. I can't work 8 hours. My wife worked 8 hours because I did a little calculation in my head. I was like, if I work 7 to 4, in order for me to get 8 hours at home, the same 8 hours I get at work, I would have to be up from 5 to what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would have to be up to like 2 o'clock in the morning and then go to sleep from 2 o'clock in the morning till 5, which is only 3 hours, and wake up so I can be at work the next day. So it's like,
Right.
it's
That's why you gotta-
impossible to get 8 hours at home and 8 hours at work. So
That's why you
there's
gotta
no
respect
way.
people who can
Yeah.
do it, because even people who work night shift like I do,
Yeah.
like it's like you might work from 10 to I work from 9 to 5 at night. If my, you know what I'm saying, Alicia be working 9 to 6
In the morning.
yeah, in the morning. So it's like, but you know, we make it work.
But it's tough.
But it's tough because it's like if I don't wake up at certain times, it's like we don't see
Y'all
each
don't
other.
see each other.
You
Y'all
feel
don't
me?
talk to each other.
Yeah.
There's not enough time in a day unless we work the exact same shift. And even then, now we only got 5 hours away from work. And all that 5 hours, I don't want to have to spend with you because I got to spend time with my mom. I got to spend time with my nieces. I got to spend time with my sisters. I got to spend time trying to pursue my dream. So ultimately, the end
You
goal
want to
is
see your family,
wanna
man.
work.
That's,
you don't want
that's
to
who
either
your,
one of
that's
y'all.
who
Y'all
your
need
peoples
time.
are. Once you, I mean, that's your
That's dope.
family.
That's my goal.
That's what we want to do.
Time is way more
More important
valuable
than
than money.
money,
I'm
man.
telling y'all.
But we need money.
time,
We need money to buy
just because in
time
this economy
right
is
now.
how
You know
it
what I'm
is,
saying? We
yeah.
need the money to
You
buy
do need
time, and that's
money.
the only reason.
Yeah.
The fuck. That's the only reason why we put in the work we need to do, because we want money to buy time, not money to buy a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I just I want to buy time with my family. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? This
You
is
do gotta buy
Memorial
time.
Weekend that just passed. It just showed me, because I ain't see, like when my pops was locked up, I ain't see my family on my
Together.
dad's side together, or just period for
Yeah.
that whole like 15 years.
Yeah.
And just to see them just all together and just partying and
Joking.
just together. You know what I'm saying?
It made you
just
feel good.
it made you feel good, and it just make you want to just be able to make that happen a lot more, and not people like stress over, okay, well, we can't do it this year because we don't have enough money to do it. You feel
Or
me?
because I'm working, and then you know a
Yeah.
grandma working, or grandma got to do
Right.
this, or auntie got to do this.
Or
It's like
even
the
if they
rat race
are
is
working,
so crazy.
even if they are working, because you can't, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you don't want to like have everybody together every day to the point where you don't appreciate them.
Right,
like
right.
not seeing people do make you appreciate them.
Right.
But to the point where when everybody does come together, it can be like, all right, well, this is on me, and we all, you know what I'm saying, we all good for the week. Y'all ain't gotta do nothing. You
We
know what I'm
good, we
saying? You know what I'm
straight.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, just make sure, like, if y'all want to go to work or y'all have to go to work, I don't want y'all to go to work. I wish I was on some Jay-Z or bigger than Jay-Z. I'm
Right,
only
right.
saying Jay-Z because that's,
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean?
This is what you identify with.
To where everybody can work with me. You
Right.
see me? Like,
Yeah.
but that's the goal. But if it don't happen, I just wanted to be where when I do come around, everybody's set.
And
you know what I'm
happy.
saying? And I can leave y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know it's gonna happen again. So just go to work and be good till we see each other again.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
Right.
So
And that's what I want to do too. Like Steve said, what is a valuable point is when you don't have to work all the time to the point where
let's
we
say
can
work. Let's say be employed by somebody.
Right,
else.
when you own shit, it's better to own and make your own money,
Right.
as opposed to work for somebody else.
And that's
because-
why I respect what y'all do, because y'all and what y'all trying to do just get the money to leverage what y'all trying to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what
But
I'm trying
I
to
can't
do
wait
too.
to leave, brother. I'm telling
Because
you.
at the end of the
Yeah.
day, no, for most jobs, no matter how hard you work, your paycheck gonna be the same at the end of the week, and that ain't work. That's just
Because if you go
that's
super
modern
hard this week,
slavery.
you should be able to see the benefits from it. If you chilled it, if you don't do shit this week, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So if I want to go hard every fucking week, and if I go harder than the next man next to me, I should be able to reap the benefits of going harder than this dude. I shouldn't go harder than this person, and they just chilling for the week, and
And
we
we both
make
get
the
the same
same
money.
amount.
And car salesmen, they kind of like that. You grind like that, and that's what I'm saying. So everything is its own, but it's rare you got those jobs. Like you get only like sellers. When you sell, then the harder you work, the more you get. But even then, you know,
You
you
waste a
selling
lot
for
of
somebody
time, though.
else.
Right,
You selling.
right.
You making $10 for somebody else, and you getting 50 cents of that $10. So at the end of the day, you
Right.
want to be able to go to work for yourself. But that's not. Some people are okay with working for other people.
You just have to do what you want
what
to do.
you
Like even
wanna
if we
do.
got a podcast
What you
picked up
happy
by
doing.
ESPN,
right. And even
I'm
though we get
cool
paid
with that because we're
$40,000 a
working
year.
for somebody.
We get paid $40,000
but
a year.
it's what I want to do.
what you wanna do, and
I
you got
don't-
the time.
I like to educate people, or I like to be corrected and educated myself. I like
True.
to talk sports.
Right.
I like to talk relationships on whatever we talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do. So if we could get paid from that, but only make $40,000 a year,
Yeah.
like you said,
And
I'm
now
cool
you
with
got
that.
time because now
cool.
you doing your job once a week
right?
for 3 hours. If I can do this shit once a week for 3 hours and get paid what I get paid now, I would love my life so much. I think I would cry
and we,
every
and
morning.
We will flip that
Like,
shit because you know
you'll
why?
flip
Because
it.
we got so much time
You
to
got
do
so
what
much
we're
time.
really talented and really
Right.
focused on.
Yeah.
I would lose.
That's-
It would be crazy.
I seen a meme that said you get paid $17 an hour to forget your dreams.
That's true. No, I seen that same post. It's exactly what it is. Like you know what I mean? We need you to sit here and make money for the Fortune
The
500. We
corporation,
need
right.
you to do that because the corporations won't run.
Because you could probably make that if you had the time to do it,
build your own
or
corporation.
the leverage to do
And
it.
sometimes it's about taking risks. Sometimes it's about like
It's
that's why
definitely about
I
taking
salute
risks.
Matt for fucking quitting his job and
Right.
and doing like taking that risk because
Right.
now before we like I said I want to get married. Before you get married, before you have kids, that's where you gotta take maybe that big
You
jump
gotta
off
do
the
it. You
cliff.
gotta do it in these
Maybe
years
you gotta
right
jump
here.
off the cliff and say, yo, I'm gonna like Will LeVar Ball, I gotta invest in myself. And if I crap out, I crap out.
Listen.
But I would rather that than just continue to roll 4s and 5s.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
Let
if you
me
get
try
married
to
in
roll
your
that 7.
30s, that's still cool. But if you
Yeah.
get married in your 20s and you lose it and you say and you don't do anything with it, you're gonna always regret it. You feel me?
Right.
So you can always do what you need to do right now and then get married a little later.
And it's and I don't even think it's cool to put a rule on it because let's say you achieve everything you want to achieve at 22 and you feel like, oh, I want to marry a wife. That's cool. Just do it when you
Already.
are ready.
Because
Don't do it because you think you got to do it.
And I think our society puts 18 as grown too fast. Not
Right.
to say that we're not
You're
like
not grown at
Or
18.
not thinking for ourselves, but at the end of the day, they make it seem like you're an adult, but you're really
You're not even an adult at
dog.
21. I'm 27. I don't feel like an adult.
No.
You know what I mean?
Like
I feel like
you
I got so
really
much more to
still
grow.
need guidance.
I
You
feel like
really
we're
need that-
young adults now, even though they would say we're older adults.
Yeah.
I feel like 25.
No,
is when
we're,
you become
we're
adult.
not older adults, dog. Like it's still so much.
No,
stuff
I said
that
we
our
still
mind-
young. Yeah, we
I
still
know.
young, yeah.
I'm agreeing with you. Like it's so much stuff that we still need to soak in and
True.
learn, and
And-
that we haven't even. Man,
And unfortunately, I think where we missed out on, and I don't want to say we did it the wrong way, but I think the one thing I do go back on is I think about like going to college and shit like I
On
was
campus.
watching what KD was. Mom was saying like she wouldn't let KD go to school locally because she needed him to go somewhere else and see the world, to find yourself, to
Right.
find just to experience new things.
Yep.
And I think that's the one thing we missed out on college. But we can make up for that. Which, and I know this is totally different, but like it's a smaller perspective. But like reading. I think
Right.
that's so important because
True.
as much as I say I want to get in the gym and get my body right, read and get your brain right, man. It can take your mind somewhere else that maybe it could have went if you was in college. And I think we need to do more of that as us as homies. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, I think we need to do a lot more. Like, I was talking to my girl and my sister, and Kia was saying, like, you know, she was saying, like, how I take long shits, you know what I mean? And back in the, or now, Keto was saying, like, I always take my phone in the bathroom. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm trying to look at shit. And Keto was like, well, I remember back when we lived in Pike Creek, when you took long shits, you had a basket and it was books in there.
Yeah, magazines.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or not books. And some of it was fictional, some of it was non-fictional, but it's about you taking your mind
somewhere else. Yeah.
And now you constantly, as you read in that book, you're
Yeah.
reading scenarios and you're thinking how you would act in those scenarios.
Yeah.
You're learning words. You're saying, like, what the fuck is that word? Let me
Right.
fucking
And not
get a
just seeing
dictionary and
what
see
you
what the word
see
is.
every day.
Right. You kind of taking your mind somewhere else. And I think,
right.
and you know, as cliche as it sounds, like, yo, reading is like, and I need it because I've got a Barnes and Noble's fucking membership. I bought 5 books. I never fucking read any of them. And I think we need to do more of that because I think it'll push our brains
Expands
and
it.
expands our shit. I think it further, like how we was talking about, we still kids. I don't want to grow up. I always want to feel a kid, like as far in my heart,
Right.
but in my brain, I want to be sharper, older,
Yeah.
wiser.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the books come into play because
Yeah.
you got
Gotcha.
people that's our age and they wise
you-
as fuck.
And you learn from people and hear
That's true.
stuff from people that you don't meet. Like,
Right.
you know, if you only learning from the people that you're around, but they don't really know, or they only know what
Right.
they
Right.
know,
Expand.
you're only
expand.
going to know what they know.
And
so
that's
you
your way
got to
to
learn
expand,
from
is
people
pick up that book.
over here that know what
Yeah.
they know over here. So when you go over here, or even if you're over here, you're just like, okay, well, you know, I'm just a little bit more sharper than y'all because I've learned from people who y'all haven't even you know,
Right.
been around.
In any book you read, any movie you look at, all that shit is educational because it's all life. No
real.
matter what, it could be a scary movie, a comedy. It has, if you think about it, all movies, all books, they have almost the all similar core values. They're just told in different ways.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's life. Like there's only but so much you could do.
Right.
You could talk about E.T., but it's still companionship. That was
Right.
the moral of that story was companionship
Right.
and accepting others.
Right,
That was the
right,
moral
right,
of that
right,
story.
right.
Like it
It
could
was.
be E.T., but it's still the same story.
Right.
So even reading like small shit that you don't think will expand your brain, that shit will because it's the same core values, the same core lessons that it's teaching you, and that'll help us, like you were saying, you know, grow. Because I feel like I do want to become wise. I do want to grow. I do want to become more of a man. And it's tough to do it when you're working every day. You grinding on your dream. And I think you have to take time out to also sharpen, stay sharp.
Yeah.
Like the same way you work out,
Yeah.
we got to work that brain, man. I think we got to do more of that. I think that helps people grow faster. Like college, man. I mean, the one thing about college is when you think about a lot of successful people, they did a little bit of that shit.
Yeah.
Just because, and I'm not saying college got them to where they are, but sometimes the experiences, you know. And if you can't experience that, you pick up a book and you will experience that same shit. You see what I'm saying? So,
That's facts.
Right.
but my man D was saying, in case we get on ESPN, you see
Right.
what I'm saying? He would like to be on ESPN.
Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of ESPN,
Right.
I know y'all see the motherfucking jersey.
Right.
Today is June the 2nd, Friday.
Well,
Right.
What happened on Thursday?
Draymond
JaVale
McGee.
cooked, man. What y'all, man?
Them Warriors, boy. Them
Do we
Warriors.
gotta bring the broom out, man?
Durant,
We gotta
Durant,
bring the broom
Durant,
out.
The way it
Durant.
was looking, and I know that, you know, the Warriors were up 3-1 last year, so you can't really knock LeBron. He always loses his first game, whatever. But the way that they were looking, even if like LeBron and you know, even if they were hitting, even if the Cavaliers were hitting,
And they
the
were.
Warriors just can't be stopped. Like the Cavs have to play so much harder than the Warriors were playing last night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if the Cavs were hitting them shots, the Warriors would have still been up by like 10 because they're just like a
Right.
well-oiled machine.
Right.
If they're missing, they're getting their long rebounds. They're passing the ball, them extra shots.
Locking up
They're-
on defense.
They're driving to the lane. Like KD's just getting wide open dunks, wide open. Like wide open. And if he's wide open, he's dunking it easy. That's an easy 2 points. Yo, it was so easy for them that it didn't look good.
Sweep.
It looked
People
swept.
keep
Get the
saying
broom.
3-1. The Warriors last year was
4-2.
up 3-1. Well, guess what? The 2015-2016 Warriors was down 3-1. The 2016-2017 Warriors were not down 3-1. I mean, up 3-1. If this year's Warriors go up 3-1, it's over.
Yes.
Stop saying that 3-1
Because
shit.
they
If they
have-
go up 2-0, this series is over.
Because if Draymond
You not
go out,
beating these people.
That's not KD. That's
It's-
like,
the-
who cares?
And I don't want to make excuses about last year, but this Warriors team is miles ahead of that Cavs
yes,
team.
like I don't know what LeBron can do. I don't know who he
It's
can
not
bring
even.
in.
It's
impossible to beat them
I figured it
niggas.
out. It's not, dog. That Cavs team is nice. LeBron wants to be the coach, the point guard, the shooting guard, the small forward, the power forward, the center, and that's what we love about LeBron. And I'm not saying it's to bash LeBron, but I'm saying the reason why we love LeBron is the reason why he won't beat this Warriors team, because Steph's playing point, Klay's playing shooting guard, Kevin Durant's playing small. Everybody's playing their role. The thing about LeBron is he wants to play all the roles. He want to be the coach. He want to get the assists. He want to play the defense.
They getting outcoached.
He not, and he's
outplayed.
and I think playing. Tyronn Lue
Outshot.
had a statement in the beginning of the year where he said,
Outdefended.
"Coaching LeBron is hard." And it is because LeBron wants to be the coach.
And he does, because the point where he wants to chase Jordan so much, he know he has to do it a different way to where he can't just outscore.
I don't think
Jordan.
he's playing the love. He loves it. He's not playing because
Yeah,
he loves it no
not-
more.
no.
So
he not,
yeah,
man.
he's
He's
trying to
chasing a
chase
ghost.
Jordan because
Yeah,
listen, he
I can
can't
see it.
he can't just outscore Jordan because people not going to give it to him because of the
Nah.
way he's already lost.
And because
so
Jordan,
he has
can't
to
score the-
assist.
Right.
He has to give rebounds. So he has to do
Right.
everything now.
Instead of just focusing on winning. Do what I gotta do. Let my coach me. At the end of the day, dog, these coaches ain't got to do a bunch of shit. It's not just the head coach. People love to say this coach is an amazing coach. No, he has an assistant coach. He has a shooting coach. You have a coaching staff. If you have talent, there's never been a super talented team with great players that didn't win. It just didn't happen. You had a bunch of players that weren't that high in IQ. With a player as high as IQ as LeBron and Kyrie, and as disciplined as
Love.
Kevin Love, and a shooter like
Tristan.
Kyle Korver, a rebounder like Tristan that just wants to
I didn't
rebound,
even
that doesn't
see
care
Korver
about.
yesterday.
He
was
was
out
out there, but I'm saying a shooter that just wants to shoot, a rebounder that just wants to rebound. That Cavs team is just as good as this Warriors team. Y'all keep talking all that bullshit, talking about this is a super team. It's not a super team, bro. Draymond is not that nice. He plays with a lot of heart and he gets his shit done. Klay Thompson is a shooter. They have two great players, Steph and KD.
That's
the
it.
Cavs have two great players, Kyrie and LeBron, and they have amazing players around them. Now, the Warriors do more with what they have because they're willing to be coached. They're willing to play their role. LeBron want to play everybody role. Let somebody else bring the ball up court, LeBron.
Yeah, he was like running.
Yeah, why are you
every
bringing
play.
it down the court? Kyrie
And
needs to
running
be the
every play.
star. Kyrie is the point guard. The thing is, LeBron doesn't. If he doesn't try to dribble the ball down and he plays off the ball, I think he'll be more crazy.
He needs to play the post sometimes.
No,
like
or just
nobody-
go in the fast break. Him and Kyrie. If he go down and he go up in the air, who the fuck is jumping with LeBron? Nobody.
But look, at
KD
least-
not gonna jump with him.
Or at least run off a screen or something. Like
That's what I'm saying. You can't dribble the ball down
Don't
and do it
dribble
all.
the ball and try to get a pick. Like run around.
And
like
where your
Curry
headband?
does.
Put your headband back on.
Yeah.
Take your headband off. Think you did, nigga? Your hair thinning, nigga. Put your hairband back on. I'm trying to switch shit up.
Yo, LeBron, he was really disappointing me last night. Kyrie, he was playing his game, but he was turning the ball over. Kevin Love, he was doing all that he could. He was hitting his threes. He went to the paint. And
I don't think it's Kyrie though. That's the thing. I don't think it's Kyrie. I think Kyrie is
It's
only
the Warriors.
no.
It's LeBron
It's
wants
LeBron,
to be
yeah.
everybody's dad.
Yeah, like it was too many times that Kyrie was running down, trying to figure out what to do. Like you gotta let Kyrie be Kyrie. That's like everybody dribbling the ball down except Steph Curry. See, the thing about Steph Curry is Steph Curry can shoot way better than Kyrie. Kyrie,
But Steph Curry run off screens. Everybody do.
right? But
Cavs
Curry's dangerous because he can shoot it
so can
or he can dribble it
Kyrie.
down. Kyrie can't shoot better than Curry.
But
Well, he
here's
can
the thing.
shoot,
But here's the
though.
thing. LeBron is amazing because he's a playmaker, right?
he is.
But he's embracing that playmaker shit so
Too
much
much.
that he wants to do everything. That's the only difference. This quote unquote talent the Warriors got, the Cavs have it too.
I think
like
he's-
people act like this Cavs team ain't a super
No, but I
team.
think he's
And
trying
they
to
got
win
Darren
it
Williams, they
because
got all the-
if he don't, people going to say he didn't win it.
No, but
Stop
he wants
chasing
to
the
have
dream.
His hand
Yeah.
in everything.
Right.
Steph didn't mind letting Iggy get off
But
and win the
everybody
Finals
already
MVP.
saying that Ray Allen won it for him and Kyrie won it for
But
him.
so what?
I think he's trying too
He-
hard.
right, because Steph didn't give a fuck. You think he cared that Iggy won the Finals MVP?
But Steph's not chasing
Right,
Jordan.
and that's what I'm saying. LeBron is so good, he's letting his talents get in the way. He's stopping himself. If he allows his teammates to be his teammates, that Cavs team, because LeBron's way better. I'm sorry, LeBron's way better than KD. He is. He's better than KD. I'm
Right,
sorry.
he is.
He's better than Steph. He's the greatest player on earth right now. Active. He's not better than Jordan, but the active greatest player. And he has Kyrie, which is the best one-on-one defender. He has Kevin Love, which is one of the best rebounding big men and one of the best shooting big men. He has Kyle Korver, which is top 3 shooters in the league. So
Right.
you got all these
Just
weapons.
like Thompson.
Allow them to be weapons. LeBron wants to do everything. He wants to win
Yeah,
Finals
allow
MVP.
him to be weapons.
He don't want Kyrie to get off for 4 games and win the Finals MVP.
right.
LeBron
You see
wants
how
to
Iggy
be.
won it? Kyrie don't care. So LeBron has to give. He needs to only care about rings. He doesn't need to care about, like, if he was to win this ring but didn't like really win it. If it was his team,
He would feel
nobody
some type
would.
of way.
People he would, but people would forget if he won it and then won more. You feel
Right,
me?
it's the fact that
they
he
will
won.
forget, but he's going too much into it. Like I gotta win these. Joints.
Right. And that's why I think the Heat LeBron, in my opinion, last year he had an amazing finals, but and this year he had an amazing playoffs. I think that Heat team was better because Dwayne Wade could kind of check LeBron.
Right.
Dwayne Wade was the big brother.
Right.
And he let
Right,
LeBron
right,
know,
right, right.
yo, bro, I can do some shit. Bosh can do some shit. Ray can do some shit. And he needed that. But then as soon as they lost, he seen Kyrie getting off.
Right.
He like, oh, this is my opportunity to bring a ring to Cleveland. I get that. But you only went back to Cleveland because Kyrie was there. Y'all had the number 1 pick, which means y'all had leverage to go get Kevin Love. So you formed a super team. At the end of the day, the reason why the Warriors will win is because LeBron wants to do everything. He runs a pick and roll every single possession.
like Isaiah Thomas.
Isolation basketball. It works in the Eastern Conference. And look this. Another thing. Motherfuckers keep saying he went to 7 straight finals. He did. How many of them did he win? 3? So he won 3 out of 4. Really, he won 3 out of 5 because he went to 8 total, right? I think he went
3
to
out
8.
of 7.
He won 3 out of 7. He 3 and
Yeah,
4. He
3.
3 and 4. So he 3 and 4 total.
What you mean 3 and 4? He's 3 and 7.
No.
Yes.
No.
He's 3 and 7.
He didn't lose the final 7 times. He lost.
No,
in
he
the
went to the 7. He went to the final 7 times. He lost.
He lost 4. Yeah, and
So
then this
he's
about to be
3
his
and
5th.
7. He's not 3 and 4.
No, you wouldn't say you wouldn't
D.
name
If
you.
he's 3 and 4, he.
No, he.
Oh yeah, he's 3 and 4.
He's 3. He's 3
not
and 4.
3 out of 4.
Yeah,
Right,
3 and 4.
Right,
So,
you're right, you're
so,
right.
so, like, okay, he went to the finals 7 straight times. He went to the finals 8 times total now, but you lost. Like, it's
Right.
second place. I don't give a fuck if I go to the finals 100 times. If I only win twice,
Right.
I only won twice.
And then for the fact that he
second
he
place.
had to build
Yeah.
teams.
Since
and
when
all
do we
that.
start congratulating second place, bro? If I lose in the finals, it's no different than me losing in the first round. It's no different than me losing in not even making the
Right, you
playoffs. At
gotta
the end of the
finish.
day, you're
You gotta
not the
finish.
champion.
You
You
gotta
don't get a
finish.
ring for second place.
You gotta
You don't get a
finish.
ring for going to the.
And
All
it's not
that
like
means.
he went to game 7s. It was like you said, he was losing bad.
And I'm gonna break that shit down to him because listen, it's not. If I went to the final 7 straight times and only lost 3 times, that means I was getting there easily, faced more elite competition, and lost. So you weren't the best team in the league. You lost to the more elite team. And like you were saying, D, every finals LeBron has lost, it's kind of been like a bad loss.
Like,
he got swept once.
he only won like really 2 at the most. It wasn't. He didn't really go to game
Yeah,
7.
he never went to game 7.
Yeah.
He lost 4 straight.
He
to
got
the
swept one time.
swept
He
one
only
time.
won one time, and then he won 2 one time.
and he lost 4 straight to the Mavericks. I think they won
Right.
the first 2 and lost 4
got
straight.
swept twice.
He got swept once, but the Mavericks beat him like 4 straight. But
Right.
I think the Heat won 2, and then the Mavericks won 4, or they lost 3 straight or something like that. The Heat was up 2-1,
Right.
and then the Mavs won 3 straight
What,
to win 4-2.
what happened to Golden State? He lost.
He lost 4-2.
Right?
He lost
Right,
4-2.
right, right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So I mean,
He lost 4-2 twice.
He lost 4-2 twice. Yeah, and then he lost 4-1 once, and then he got
so
swept once.
he's not really like
Yeah, he's getting kind of crushed in the finals.
Yeah.
So I say that to say, and that's fine.
With great
that's
ass
fine.
teams.
You know, right? You had these teams were super teams. Like these teams were one of the
Mi-
some of the
well,
best
and
teams
Miami,
ever come.
Miami and the new Cleveland.
And the new
Not
Cleveland, the
the
old Cleveland was tough.
Right.
Like he definitely did that on his own.
Right.
But I'm just saying, LeBron's getting in his own way. He's gonna get swept. He's doing too much.
I just think he got to be humble. Like, what I want is LeBron to be the humble LeBron he was. I remember when LeBron, I ain't going to hold you. When I think LeBron came out in 07?
04.
04. Yeah, it was 04. I just think 04, when he came out, I remember this nigga used to get the powder and used to spray that shit out and be like, witness. But I loved him. And when he left to go to the Heat, I'm not going to lie, I was one of them niggas who felt disrespected. I'm like, yo, you a bum. And honestly, because it was something different. It was something that we didn't expect. You know what I mean? We're not always used to that different shit. But when he, you know what I mean? I'm trying to, I don't know. All I'm saying is LeBron needs to get back to the LeBron that I know, because the old LeBron was humble. He was still eager to learn. And even if he didn't want to learn, he was willing to bring others around him and bring them up.
Right,
and I
right.
just feel like right now LeBron's not doing that. You have Kyrie, which is arguably one of the best point guards
In the
in the league.
yeah.
In the league. I mean, anybody would die to have Kyrie Irving.
For sure.
For a fact. Like, he's definitely a top 5 point guard.
Yeah.
I mean,
Top
so-
five player maybe.
Yeah, maybe top 5
or
player.
top
Like,
10 at least.
Kyrie is really a awesome player, and you got Kevin Love, who's great, and also you got Christian Thompson, who you just got to figure out how to work him. He's good as a rebounder. He's a big man,
Right.
And you still got they got a lot of great players.
He's better than JaVale.
Yeah, he's better than JaVale.
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause-
JaVale has
'cause
potential to be
yeah,
better though,
Right. JaVale got the
because he's athletic. He's very athletic. And he's
Right.
agile.
Right.
But I mean, just like LeBron needs to learn how to be humble and use what he has, and be okay saying I gotta share.
Right.
You're still gonna be the king.
Right.
It's like I'm gonna let my team be great, but when it comes on to the last seconds, I want the ball.
Right. And sometimes it's okay to let Kyrie have the ball.
Yeah, let him have it.
If he can do it, sometimes you gotta let him do it. So it's like how you were saying, LeBron, you'll always be the king. Let somebody else be the prince. Let somebody else be the king's brother. Let
him look
somebody
up to
else
you,
be
yeah.
the queen. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a girl, but you know what I mean? Let somebody else do what the queen. Like let everybody play their position. I think LeBron wants to. I think what you said, what happened was I don't know if he's not humble, but he got so tied up into quote unquote chasing the ghost. He got so caught up into chasing Mike. And like D was saying, he wants to do everything that quote unquote Mike didn't do, which is be an amazing playmaker, make your teammates better, whatever that fucking means. He won 8 rings. He made he made Pippen a Hall of Famer. The fuck up. So at the end of the day, you know, LeBron's getting so caught up into all that he wants his hand in everything. He wants to play every position. He wants to be basically the dad of the team. He want to be the coach, and that's hurting Cleveland. That's going to work against teams that aren't disciplined, but that Warriors team is disciplined. And people like to bash Kevin Durant for going to the Warriors. No, he went to a system that works the best for his game. Kevin Durant's a shooter. He likes to play in an open offense.
He's not LeBron.
He's not right.
Kawhi.
Right. He wants
They
to.
wanted him to be Kawhi.
What other offense? Where would Durant had went to that he would succeed more? When you're a free agent, aren't you supposed to go somewhere where you feel as though you have the best opportunity to win
And get paid the most.
and get paid the most? He didn't go get a pay cut to go to the Warriors like LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh took pay cuts to form a super team. Durant and them did it the organic way. It was through free agency. Like, they didn't conspire to come together.
Right.
The Warriors had the cap space to pay Durant. The Warriors had the best system. He didn't have to come in and conform and change his game. No, when the fucking Heat came together, they had to conform a little bit. Like Dwayne Wade had to take a back seat. He had to not be Dwayne Wade. Steph is still being Steph.
Right.
Clay is still shooting as many shots, if you look at the numbers, as last year. He's taking
Right.
the same amount of shots.
Draymond still
is still being
firing away.
Draymond.
Right.
KD is still being KD. So they did it
And
the
they
organic
bench is
way.
still doing what they gotta do, man.
And the bench is
And they
amazing.
playing a position.
Yeah.
Dog,
KD
KD
doesn't
is
have
what
to
they
have
was-
50 every night.
Yo, I
You
don't want
don't
to
care about that.
I don't want to agree with what KD did because it's like because I did like LeBron. It's just, I feel bad for the way he's getting beat
He's
down.
getting torched.
But KD does fit that system, and at the end of the day, I don't think he was a leader of a team. He was a fitter.
He fits.
And if maybe if Westbrook and him could have grabbed somebody else who was another superstar, they would have beat LeBron because LeBron does have 3 superstars. So KD, he got him where he fit.
But
in,
like it's
man.
like you think about it. And I don't want to be too long on it, but what makes the team great is when you fit, and it's like I vibe off of your energy. The reason the Warriors are so successful is because they respect everybody on their team. They be letting Draymond shoot that shit and take the
They
ball
don't even
down.
care. Yeah,
Shoot
he
it.
dribbles the ball up court.
Iggy was shooting that shit and taking it down.
That reminds
That's
me of the
what-
Showtime Lakers. I
Come
didn't get to
on.
watch them, but just the stories I heard about how every player was kind of nice and it was flashy and it was a game. Teams was getting blown out. That's what they remind me
They
of.
even let McAdoo come in, like the backups they got. They be coming in the game getting burned.
contributing, bro.
Peep
It's-
the resurgence of
Clarkson.
JaVale McGee. They allowed him to be JaVale McGee. They allowed you to be a little bit of wild, be a little bit aggressive around the
Yeah, they
rim,
do.
do a little bit of dumb shit sometimes, but they give him a little bit of a leash.
This nigga was on Shaqtin' a Fool. Don't forget, that's
He
the
was
same
Shaq the
McGee.
Fool MVP.
Right.
Yes.
But he was with the Nuggets who just fired away. And he just did. So now he's with a better team just doing the same
Who's
thing.
culturing him
just-
the right
yo,
way.
Yo,
And saying, we
I
want you
love
to
the
be
Warriors,
you.
man. I didn't
We
want
want
to
you to
jump
fit
on the
in.
bandwagon, but it's so hard not to.
It looks organic, like they not forcing
Yeah.
it. Like KD didn't come and say, "All right, now I'm only
Yeah.
going to shoot 10 times."
Right.
Steph didn't take a back
Right.
seat and say, "All right, I'm going to make it the KD show."
Right.
Everybody is the man on that team.
Right.
The thing is, that's what I don't think LeBron is willing to do. Play your part.
Right.
Everybody's willing to
He feel
play
like he
their
is. He
part.
feel like he's the whole team.
Jordan didn't feel like I gotta out rebound Scotty. I
Right.
gotta out. Scotty
Right.
was the. I don't know if he's the best defender in the team, but Scotty, if there was a bigger small forward, Scotty gonna go stick that nigga.
Right.
Jordan gonna let Scotty like
Right.
people always say, Steph doesn't guard the best point guard.
So what?
Why? If Clay is a better defender than me,
Right, right.
Me being arrogant, I would say no. I want to stick him. No, but me being a great team player, I would say. Just like Clay will let me shoot more because I have a better jumper,
Right.
I'm gonna let him. So you don't know. Maybe Steph can D up Kyrie, but if Clay can do a better job, why not let Clay do it?
Right.
Why are we taking a hard way? Why? If I'm a shooter, and I'm good at moving around in the defense. Like I don't know if you
Right.
peep like 3 times Steph stripped the big man and got on the fast break.
Right.
That's his role. He's scrappy
Right.
defender.
Right. I'm
He's
not
in
going
the
to stick you
passing
at the
lanes.
top of the key and shut you down.
That's not his strength.
Right.
That's Clay's strength.
Right.
Why not let Clay do that?
Clay is an amazing
And
defender,
that's
by the way.
difference between LeBron, Kyrie, KD. KD knows I'm gonna go to the Warriors. Like the Thunder didn't let KD be KD.
Right.
He had to be KD when Russ allowed
They wanted him to be
KD.
LeBron. He's not LeBron.
They wanted him to
He's-
sit there and
He's
isolate
like
and do all
he's
that.
like Reggie
that's
Miller.
the-
Like I'm going to play my part. I'm going to hit these buckets. Like I'm not going to D up everybody. Go
Everybody
play
plays their
defense, block your
role.
bucket off the backboard. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to play. I'm going to D up my matchup.
Right.
I'm not going to D up the best player on the team. That's not what I do.
Basketball, if anybody who played basketball, and I know all y'all LeBron lovers, and I hate to say I hate people, but I hate LeBron lovers. I'm sorry, I do. And I like LeBron, but I hate y'all LeBron lovers because I know none of y'all play basketball.
Chris Wright.
Because, listen,
What's that
let
nigga
me tell
name
y'all this.
on Chris
My man, Chris Miller?
Yeah, Chris
that's
Miller.
my man, but he's a LeBron lover, man. But
Yeah.
he did play basketball, and he pretty decent at basketball. But I'm
Nah,
just
he a
saying,
beast.
what a lot of people don't realize is when you play basketball coming up, your coaches always said, let's take the easiest bucket. Let's
Right.
make this game as easy as possible.
Right.
So I want to go to a team that's going to make me as easy as possible.
Right.
I want it to be as easy as fucking possible.
Right.
Period. Jordan needed some big men because he didn't need to be down there getting all the fucking rebounds. Period. It needs to be easy.
Thing
I'm not
is-
saying it don't need to be a challenge, but I'm
Right.
saying I need to go into a system that will allow me to play
And
my
the thing is,
game.
he has a Russell, but a Russell that's less selfish,
right.
more efficient,
Yeah.
and just more humble.
I challenge everybody out there that says Kevin Durant did something quote unquote bad. Give me an educated answer to where would he have went. What team would Kevin Durant? It's not working there. They got 2 people. They play isolation ball. The Wizards are the fucking Thunder. The Spurs. The only thing that worked was the Spurs, the fucking Warriors, or maybe the Jazz. Like, there's not that many teams that don't play isolation basketball. Kevin Durant has that type of. I want to get open shots. I want to see open lanes, but I don't want to sit at the top and dribble and
Yeah, he
isolate.
don't wanna
That's
kill
not his
niggas,
game.
yeah.
But that's the game the Wizards play. Bradley Beal isolates. John Wall isolates. That's the game that fucking the Celtics was playing until IT went out. The Warriors don't play isolation ball. Most NBA players in today's game, their game fits isolation ball. Russell Westbrook, it fits isolation ball. Harden, it fits where I can isolate and then find a shooter. KD's game don't work that way. It worked in a flow of an offense. I want to get easy shots. I want to get players closing out on me and I'll be able to sweep and go to the rack and get an
Right.
easy bucket. Like, that's his game.
Right, let's play 1-on-1.
It works for the Warriors.
Organized.
Why wouldn't he go there?
Organization.
Where else would he go? I don't understand.
It's the best decision, honestly. A lot of people are going. The thing is this: as people, we are scared of change. We hate change, and honestly, that's why a lot of people did hate LeBron for making the change to going to Miami. I know I
Yep.
was one of them,
I was too. Well, a little
but
bit.
he did what was best for him,
Yes.
and that was for him to get the chip. I just feel like now LeBron's not doing what's best for his team.
Right. He's doing what's best for him.
He's doing what's best for him. Before he was like, I need to do what's best for me to get a chip. And that's why I liked him. KD was like, I need to do what's best for me to get me a chip. I'm getting older. I've been in this league for a while. In order for me to be considered as one of the greats, I know I need to get a ring and I need to be with a team that's not going to beat my body up and I get injured because he used to get injured a lot.
Yeah.
I get injured. because I'm doing everything.
Right.
Because Russ can't score.
Right.
So now I gotta go hard. And
Even
everybody.
if I do get injured, we still might win a
Right.
chip.
And it makes sense though, because Russ needs to be on the team by himself and he needs to put
KD
people
did
around
make a
him.
smart move, man. As
Smart,
much
very
as we
smart.
hate him, we're gonna appreciate
Very
it
smart
later.
move.
Yeah,
just
I
like-
didn't hate that shit. I thought, and it's not like he went to fucking Arizona. He went to an amazing city,
Yeah.
to an amazing team,
Yeah.
and got buku money.
Where
I mean,
where he can play his game,
where he can
and
play
just
his
fire
game.
threes.
game. So
And
all I'm saying
score.
to you, LeBron lovers, I want to say everything y'all preaching about LeBron, about Mister, I do everything. I have a high basketball IQ. That is hurting him. He is so much of a playmaker. He's become selfish.
Okay, so if KD does win, does it matter? Like, do rings matter?
So I think it's crazy because I was thinking like, yo, does he just need to get one ring? Does he get multiple rings? I think as long as you get a ring,
It don't
you're
matter.
in a conversation. Now
Right.
I think they'll get more,
Right.
but I think once you win a ring, they have to bring your name up in conversations.
Right,
Like
right.
Chauncey Billups was a nice point guard that got a ring.
Even Rondo.
He got a ring.
And
Yeah.
now everywhere he go, he's looked at as like
He's a
one of
champion.
the top point guards. Even if
Right.
he don't have a great season.
It don't matter.
Right.
You would want Rondo.
I got
I'm
a
not gonna lie. If
ring.
I had a team, I would want Rondo because
Like-
you saw what he did when he was with them Bulls.
And don't get it fucked
Oh
up.
my gosh.
Chris Paul would be hailed as a lot better point guard than Isaiah Thomas if he gets a ring. Isaiah got the rings.
That's true.
Isaiah got what, one or two? Thomas.
Thomas.
The Pistons.
Pistons, Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I think they got like 2 rings. I think
I
or
think he
at
got
least
2.
one.
He would
I-
have more if
yeah,
it
I think
wasn't
he
for
got 2.
Jordan.
One for Jordan. Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
Jordan was taking them shits away.
But I say that to say, did Isaiah get a ring? I think he got a ring. So I say that to say, regardless, Chris Paul is another player. All right, Karl Malone. He's like one of the leading. He's like number 1 or number 2 in
Yeah,
all-time scoring. Nobody brings him up when they talking top power forwards. He used to dominate motherfuckers. He was the mailman. How many
Right.
people got fucking nicknames?
Right.
Think about how many people got legit nicknames.
Charles Barkley.
You know what I mean? Barkley. If Barkley wasn't a commentator, he would be still one of the greatest players, but we wouldn't talk about Barkley the way we talk about Barkley. We
Right.
talk about him a lot because
He
he's
wouldn't
on
even have
TV.
to be a commentator if he got a ring.
Right. The reason why Barkley has the legacy he has, of course, a lot of it is basketball, but
It was the way he moved with the ball.
Being a commentator made us not forget Barkley.
Right.
It's easy to forget players without rings. Period.
Right.
Like,
Patrick Ewing.
unfortunately,
Reggie
people
Miller.
gonna start doing that to Iverson. I mean, we still
Even
in the
Reggie
Iverson
Miller.
era.
Like, niggas forget Reggie Miller was great.
And he happens to be a commentator, so he still let us know how
Right,
great he is when he's
right.
on TV.
Right.
But we forget
Yeah, we
about
gonna
these
forget
great
AI.
players.
We gonna forget AI.
When they don't get a ring because your name just doesn't come up
AI
as much
needed
in
a ring,
conversations.
dog. I don't care if he got it
needed
sitting
a ring,
on the
man.
bench, dog.
He needed a ring.
He
And-
should let his pride, man.
And rings matter, man. I don't care what anybody say. That's why you playing. You playing
Even Ray
to
Allen,
win.
you see how he got him. He didn't get it leading the whole team.
Nah, but he got
just
his
got
rings.
it playing his role.
and guess what? He's gonna go down in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Without the rings, I don't know. I don't know if he
Right.
goes in the Hall
Right,
of Fame.
right.
You see
Even
what I'm
though
saying?
He was great.
Let me just tell you this. Draymond got a ring. He gonna get another ring. He's going in the Hall of Fame. If he didn't get this ring,
Nah.
he wouldn't
Nah.
be a Hall of Famer.
Nah, at all.
It's just not what it is. And
At
he's an
all.
amazing player. I fucking
Right.
love Draymond. Actually, he's one of my favorite players ever.
Right.
Just as far as favorite.
Right.
But sometimes you need that ring to push you over
Isaiah
the
has
hump.
two
He'll
rings.
be.
2 rings back.
He got
So-
an
so-
89 and 90.
Right.
so Isaiah, and Chris Paul would be hailed as one of the best point guards. If you think about Jason Kidd, he got his ring late,
Yeah,
but
now,
he got
now
it.
He's the GOAT. If he didn't, we would forget about
He got
him.
his
J.
ring.
Kidd
He got his
got it.
ring with the Mavericks.
Yeah,
he got his ring.
I think
man.
Chris Paul gonna get one for.
I think he's gonna go to the Spurs.
because a lot of great point guards get one. I mean, John Stockton didn't get one.
The only
But
way
most-
Isaiah
most
getting is
do.
he becomes. I mean, the only way Chris Paul gets a ring is he comes to Golden State and sits on the
Yeah,
bench.
he
Ain't
should,
happening.
and he should.
Yeah.
Why not?
Just get old.
I mean,
come sit on the
fuck
bench.
But honestly, his best chance really is going to the Spurs because not saying that the Spurs can
Nah,
beat the Warriors,
nah,
but
you can't beat them.
they
ain't
have
gonna happen.
potential to
You
build up.
see
within
what
the next year or
Curry
two.
did to
It
Chris
ain't
Paul.
happening. It
To
ain't
give him a
happening.
couple, I'm saying give them a couple years. It'll be a building
Chris
block.
Paul ain't got a couple years. He old as fuck.
Yeah,
Chris Paul?
he injury
Yeah,
prone
Chris
too.
Paul old. He been
He
in the league
always
since
out.
he came in the league around the same time as LeBron, but he did 2 years in college.
Yeah, because he.
So think about it. LeBron in basketball years is old. We don't think LeBron old because he dominating.
Yeah.
Think
Chris
LeBron
Paul like
30.
30
LeBron almost 33
Chris
years
Paul
old.
like 32.
That's
Point guards don't
old, my
last that
G.
long.
Like that's kind of old.
Yeah, he gonna
like,
be a backup.
Yeah, like
So-
I mean, he still got it a little bit, but I'm saying he don't got the time
He got like
to
3
build.
or 4 more years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
solid years. I think we forget.
He got 4.
I think we forget
Where
like
he play, yeah.
the like basketball, like your 20s is where it's at. Once you get over that 30 mark, you gotta
Yeah.
pull back some. You gotta
Yeah.
let the young people move and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And that's why Tim Duncan had a long career because he had Ginobili and Parker was able to
Yeah.
kind of do their thing. So I think rings do
He
matter.
rested
and,
and all that.
and like Shannon Sharpton was talking about, like
How many
you know,
you need though? Do you need 2?
I think as long as you
To
get
to
one,
solidify.
as long as you get
You
one,
can,
you
we,
cool.
can, we can say your name.
One you cool depending on how your career went.
Right.
But if you got
But you
2,
get multiple.
Yeah.
you in there.
You can
'Cause
talk
even
your
Robert
shit.
Horry get talked about, and
I mean,
that
he
nigga
got
6. Yeah, he
7.
Yeah. See, he got like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think
but
he
the
got more than
fact
Jordan.
that
He
he
got
get
7.
talked about, and what did he do?
But he did
clutch
hit big
threes?
shots. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, but other than
Yeah.
that, like
The only thing is, you got to contribute.
yeah,
Like, because
true,
my man
true.
James Jones
yeah, he
got 2, and
He
he
got like
and he
3.
won, and he been in the finals 7 years in a row, right with LeBron.
he got LeBron rings.
He do got LeBron rings.
LeBron
Yeah, he got 3 rings. He got 3 rings and went to 7 straight conference finals. You know what I mean? So
But James hit a couple jumpers though.
for Miami,
Right,
Miami, and niggas
right.
laughed at me when I put that shit on the Instagram. But James was a threat, and he got in the game a little bit in Miami. So
Right.
In Miami, yeah, they put that nigga in the game a lot, and he was hitting them big shots. People pick James
and
Jones.
people talk about that was a great name to bring up, Robert Horry.
Yeah.
People talk about Robert Horry. They call him Big Shot Bob because he won rings. We would not give a fuck about his big shots if he didn't win rings.
Right.
He
right,
hit
right,
big
right.
shots in clutch moments
Right.
in the playoffs.
Right.
He Big Shot Bob because he got rings. He ain't Big Shot.
Peja was a truth at threes, and he
Yeah.
got a ring. But
He
if
got
he
his
didn't
ring.
get a ring, Peja would not be shit.
Yeah, and we do forget about Page a little bit because he kind of rode the bench on his ring, but he got a ring.
Yeah, when he got a ring, he wasn't the star.
Right,
But
right.
for the fact that he did get one, it
Yeah.
kind of like keeps his legacy
and
alive.
Dirk got a ring. Dirk needed that ring.
Oh, he needed that.
Dirk
He
is
needed
one
that
of the
ring.
greats.
Like
KG needed a
he
ring.
needed a ring,
He
bro.
got
Like
Paul
that.
Pierce, he needed.
He
that ring.
really needed the
He
ring.
needed because
He
he
needed
could have
it.
got replaced.
He could have got forgot about. You know what I mean? Like look, think about it. Who was the player that, and maybe y'all don't remember, that played with Paul Pierce that was the truth?
Number 8.
Antoine Walker.
Antoine Walker.
My
Oh,
man with
yeah.
the little
Oh,
tiptoe.
shit.
He didn't get his ring, man. If Antoine
'Cause
Walker,
he came in with AI.
Tracy McGrady, Vince
Oh,
Carter.
yeah.
If these motherfuckers got rings, we
Vince
would-
needs to go to the Cavs.
it's too late for Vince to get his ring. I'm sorry, it's just too late.
What you
Like,
saying? What you saying? Like
You
he can't
can't
be
get your
considered
ring
great?
and not get in the game. At this point, they ain't putting that nigga in the game.
So what? But if he get a ring, he'll still have a legacy though.
Nah,
'Cause the
niggas
way
ain't
he
remembering
dunk-
that
Yeah,
ring.
niggas still talk about Vince Duncan. But if he
But he not- he
if he
not-
don't get a ring before he retired, then niggas.
But he's
gonna
like
forget.
he's like third string though.
You
But if he
can't-
get a ring,
You can't get the ring and people
Why, you
don't
old?
know you were on the team.
you gotta get the ring while you hot.
like no. Like you got to get the ring at least how David West is. At least he get in the game.
No, Vince get in the game for the
right.
Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. But I don't. But unless he go to the Warriors next year,
So what about Richard Jefferson then?
he get in the game.
So
he get in the game.
so if Vince
If
contribute
Vince
like
got in the
Rich-
game the way he got in the game with the
Well,
Wiz,
he
the
would,
Grizzlies,
though. If
as
Vince
long as,
went to a
right,
team,
but
he
if it's
would.
3 years from now, he done. I think next year might be his last year. Like next year
No,
might
Vince
be
has
Vince.
to,
like
has
Vince
to
old
get
as
it, like,
fuck.
next.
Yeah.
He has to get it like.
So
next
I say that
year.
to say Vince might have exerted him because Vince kind of had a good old man year. He was like 40, and I don't know if Vince can get in the game. But if he can get in the game at least the amount of times that Richard Jefferson does,
Right.
his legacy will live on because unlike Richard Jefferson, Vince was the truth at one point.
Right,
So was
right.
Richard Jefferson.
But Vince
if,
was that dude though.
If
so
Vince
if
was
he
that
get a
nigga.
ring,
Was that dude.
if he get a ring, at least doing what he did for Memphis this year, he got legacy.
Right. Let's take this fourth
Like
quarter
David
shot.
West, gonna have his legacy when he get his ring.
Fourth quarter shot.
He happy the
Who,
Spurs
David
ain't
West?
re-sign him. David West,
Right.
Because David West was the truth back in Charlotte with Chris Paul.
He was that man.
So rings do matter.
Yeah, man, rings.
You got to
matter.
get one at least to be considered.
You got to get one. You get
Two.
multiples, is you great.
And then depending on your
And
career.
if you can get back to backs,
right.
you know what I mean. Like that helped LeBron. The fact he got that back to back,
Right.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, LeBron won't get another ring.
How many
I'm
did
sorry.
Chauncey get? One.
He got one.
The Pistons only won one.
Yeah, they won one and they lost the next year.
But Ben Wallace wouldn't have been shit without that ring. Tyshawn
Nope.
Prince.
C. Webb ain't get a ring
he
either,
wouldn't be
right?
shit. Rip Hamilton.
C. Webb ain't get a
They
ring.
wouldn't
And
be
people,
shit without
and we kind of forget about C. Webb, but he a commentator, so he reminds us.
that. Right.
So I say
but
that
he
to
needed
say-
the ring though.
Like Chris Webber, Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, if they weren't commentators, their name will only get brought up
And the only
sometimes.
reason that nigga Kenny Smith get mentioned because he got a ring.
He
Kenny
won.
the Jet Smith.
Yeah.
The nicknames.
He got yeah.
The nicknames.
And
Sir
he contributed.
Charles.
He
No,
he
Sir
contributed
Char-
on
yeah,
his
Charlie
runs.
Barkley don't got that
The
ring.
Houston teams.
Yeah, and he got. I think he won the back to backs. He won back to back.
Yeah.
the Jet
Yeah,
Smith.
he won back to back.
I just
And
like saying the
I think he
name.
was the starting point guard. Actually, he wasn't amazing, but he was a shooter.
Right.
He contributed on a championship team.
All right, let's
And that matters.
Let's get these Currys out the way, and then we're gonna transition to some music. So
All right.
the old Currys is trash. I'm
Very
sorry,
trash.
all three of them,
All
1s, 2s,
three.
and 3s. But them new ones and the color schemes they're
They
gonna
kinda
come
fire,
with, them, they're
bro.
gonna be
They
fire.
kinda fire.
I'm
And
not
glad
gonna lie.
that he finally came out with something because he deserves a hot
He
seat.
deserves-
But I'm
a
gonna
hot
tell you
seat.
what it is though. I think the reason that they look better now is because he has more. He's more involved in the sneaker. I think before
Think
he
so?
was putting his name on it. Yeah.
Right, yeah,
'Cause
that's
nobody,
true.
nobody even
That's
wanted
true.
Under Armour.
And they know he was gonna be that big.
They didn't know
either.
he was gonna be that big. I don't think he had much of a say. It was just like, look, we're gonna use your
Right.
name because you're kind of good.
Right.
See who likes
We
him.
wanna
And people
sell these
laughed at them
sneaks.
sneakers. I mean, a couple people
Yeah.
brought them, but
Right.
we laughed at them.
Right.
Now, Steph is such a value name that
They had to come up with a hot seat.
niggas is
for
gonna
him.
buy whatever he has. Like,
Like,
niggas
I'm
will buy,
surprised they
like you
didn't
said.
start with the third one. You feel me? Like, I'm surprised it took this long.
But here's this is a good conversation because I don't want to transition it into the Lonzo Ball shit, but I want to say I see niggas clown the Lonzo Ball sneakers, right? Because they're ugly. They clown
can-
the
they can
and listen,
get
and listen,
better.
and listen. They clowned the Stephs because they were ugly, right? And the reason why I love Steph, which is the difference between Steph and LeBron, Steph is humble. He said, if Nike isn't going to give me my partnership like I want, I'm sure Nike gave LeBron a partnership. They probably did. But he said, Under Armour is going to give me a partnership. I'm humble enough to work and slow grind. Under Armour isn't as big as Nike because they don't have the top designers. They don't have all the money. So it's hard. Like, it's not easy to make a banging sneaker. The reason why Nike, Adidas are at the top is because they
Got
make
so many
nice
designers
sneakers.
designing the sneaks
They're
for
good
them,
at it.
yeah.
If Under Armour was good at making sneakers, they would have had a big name. Obviously, their sneakers were always trash. Not just the Currys. All the old Under Armours they used to come out, them shits are all ugly.
Yeah.
The Under Armour cross trainers are fucking ugly. It's just
Like,
because
nobody wears
they're
Under
up and
Armours
coming
like
The
that.
Under
company.
Armour football, the cleats are though hot though. Like different type of sport.
Right. So, but I'm saying like they're
Yeah, those
up
are-
and coming company, so they aren't gonna get it right away. But the thing is, once Curry came,
And they had to make a
once
comfortable
Cam
sneak, too,
Newton
though.
came, they were able to not only
it, yeah, that's
get
right.
they were able to get more money because the stock went up. So now they're more money. They can invest more money in the creation or in the creative process. They're also able to lure in the great designers.
Yeah.
Like there's talent. There's people who are the LeBron James
Of designing shoes.
designing shoes. There's
Yeah.
people who are the KD of designing shoes. So now that there's such a bigger name and a bigger commodity,
people that wanna
they're able
help
to
them.
bring people
Yeah.
in. So people clown Steph. No, he did a great job of sticking with a company from the same way with the Warriors. He stuck with the Warriors from the bottom, and the Warriors stuck with him. Now he's the man. He's going to be a
he
legend
owns
in
Under
Oakland.
Armour.
He's going to be he's making so much money from Under Armour because he got equity. He got equity in the
He's
company.
the only really one. Like everybody's under Nike, but he's like really the
Him
only
and Cam,
one.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what's dope about Curry, and we talked about this earlier. The reason Curry is dope and he's cool is because one, like you said, he's humble.
Humble.
But two, he loves what he does. He genuinely loves it. I follow this nigga on Instagram and watch him live with his wife. They be having fun. They was waiting to see who's gonna win that Houston and Spurs series. He's like, babe, what's the score? He's like, oh, okay. And they sitting there cooking. His wife got her own cooking thing. Like I said, my wife, she's home all the time, but he gave her her own household cooking thing. Now she owns a cooking show, network, whatever it is, and they living life having fun. Like that's what it's all about. Like when you have fun doing what you do, it doesn't matter. That's all I gotta say. I love Golden State, but I love Curry because he's just a humble ass nigga.
Yeah, he willing to do shit the uncommon way if he feel as
He
though
ready to
that's
bet
the
on
right
himself.
way. Bet
Like,
on
you know what I'm
yourself.
saying? You ain't going to sit here and say, all right, well, this, you know what I'm saying? You willing to, like you said, do the slow grind. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we're going to, the sneak not that hot, but you know what I'm saying, my name ain't that big, you feel me? But the sneaks is comfortable, so I'm gonna get my name big, and at the same time, once my name gets big, we're gonna make this sneak high. It just
And they was able to pay him more. See, a lot of people be like, "Oh, you getting a nice? I don't want that. I ain't gonna wear it." Like it's so like people are addicted to material
right.
or materialistic.
Yeah,
So
they
most
are.
niggas don't want to do Under Armour. They were like, Under Armour, nigga don't wear Under Armour sneakers.
I can't even.
But that
lie.
nigga Curry is probably like, you know what, I want to be a partner. I know I ain't gonna get that much right now, but I don't mind partnering up with you so I can get what I gotta get.
And that's
Starting
cool.
from the bottom. But also you can gain trust that way. Most times when you deal with people who already got money, it's like, I don't need you, nigga. I'll replace you.
Cause KD had an offer from Under Armour too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He went to Nike.
He went to Nike. So I just salute Steph for doing it the
Any a Jordan player too.
untraditional way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was untraditional.
He did it the way that he felt was the best way to do it. He stuck with a company. He built with a company, which says a lot to who he is as a player. He stuck with Golden State. He stuck with it when his ankles was giving out on him. He stayed committed and stayed a great player, which is why I think Steph Curry got at least 7 more great years left in him. 4 more rings in him. When it's all said and done, Steph Curry will have more rings than LeBron James. I'm not saying he's going to be a better player than LeBron James, but I can guarantee Steph Curry will have more rings than LeBron James. I think he's going to do an amazing he's going to put up amazing numbers in his career. I don't see him slowing down at all, man, because he's smart enough to realize I'm going to beat you with my skill. What Iverson did, he beat you with his heart, but he took a lot of punishment. He took a lot of getting slammed on the ground. I'm just going to run in the paint strong and hit the ground. Steph Curry knows I'm going to work on my game. I'm going to beat you with my skill.
He's gonna be able to survive the
So
game.
I'm going to be
longer.
able to survive in this game for think about
He
how
rarely
long
ever gets
Ray
hit.
Allen played. Or
played
how
for a
long
long
all
time.
these shooters played. So Steph Curry's going to be able to do that at a high level because he doesn't take punishment. He doesn't jump high and come down on his knees every possession. He doesn't get banged up in the paint by big men every
Right.
possession. If he go in the paint, it's because it's a clear lane,
Right.
or I'm gonna shoot a floater.
Right.
If not, I'm gonna shoot this 3. Like I'm
Right.
not gonna
Right.
bump. It's not football. I'm not gonna bump and bruise y'all. I'm gonna
Right.
outsmart y'all. I'm gonna outskill y'all. I'm willing to work on my handle. That nigga Steph handle don't look like it's supposed to be that way because he worked on that shit. Kyrie
Right.
kind of
And
I'm
never
sure he
know when
worked on it,
gonna
but Kyrie
shoot
got a
either,
gift.
So it's like his trigger is so
Kyrie the
so
shit,
thin. It's
man.
like he might shoot or he might pump fake you and drive.
And then he'll
lay it-
shoot from anywhere. That's the crazy part. How do you stop somebody when you don't know what the fuck they're gonna do? You have no
Right.
idea.
Right.
And then when you think it's the impossible, he makes it possible. That nigga will shoot from half court.
And that's all gym rat. That's all being in the gym working
And
on
that's
it. Like
cool.
some players, it looks swaggy. Like it
And
looks
that's
like it's
happiness
that
too,
way.
though, because like you say, he's not out there chasing.
He doing it Curry
bullshit.
way.
He not out there touching. He got his babe at home.
And
he got
they-
his daughter at home.
he keeps
Curry
his
don't
wife
care
involved.
if he's averages 5 points and they win the finals. He
Right.
worried about the end goal is I want to be a great basketball player. I want to be a great teammate. I want to
Be a great
win.
dad.
Yeah, and I want to win. You know what I mean? Yeah, be a great
Yeah.
dad. I'm bringing my kid on. Like, I mean, I'm putting my girl out there. Like, he doing that shit the
Yeah.
right way. And if I could do like what I want to do, I would do it the way Curry did what he wanted to do. Like he
Right.
did. Like in my eyes, he has one of the most ideal careers. He doesn't put any
Real.
unwanted pressure on himself. He doesn't
Real.
because I know LeBron. I remember coming up, LeBron was like, "I'm not chasing Jordan, man. I'm trying to be LeBron." But slowly but surely,
Right.
we heard him keep saying, "Oh, now he's saying, oh, I chase Jordan for my own."
Right.
Self.
Yeah,
Nah, man,
Curry
you
ain't
chasing
gotta
them because we
chase
put that
Jordan.
on you,
Yeah.
and you and because the media put the Jordan comparison on LeBron, he accepted it instead of sticking what I'm gonna
Yeah.
be LeBron. Now he
Right.
wants to beat Jordan.
Right.
Y'all can put anything y'all want on Curry. I think the way they came from 2 different places. Of course, LeBron came from a more humbler, background. So I'm not taking anything away from him as a character. He's an amazing person. He does
Right.
amazing things in the community. I'm talking about just as a basketball player. I think he fell in love with I can possibly be better than Jordan, and I
Yeah.
think that's more of a detriment to his
Yeah.
career than it's helping
Yeah.
him. He's trying to do too much.
Yeah.
He's trying to do things that he wasn't trying to do before,
Yeah,
and
'cause
he
Russ-
doesn't seem
'cause
happy.
Bill Russell still has his own lane, no matter how much you talk about Jordan. Even like
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
to Kareem,
He's
even
his
you know,
lane.
even Larry Bird. You still you say that Jordan is the greatest, but Larry Bird still is up there in the talks. You
And
feel
Jordan
me?
ain't tried to chase Bird and Magic, who was
Right.
the ones he would have had to chase coming in the league. He didn't try to be a shooter like Bird. He didn't try to be a passer like Magic. He said,
He's-
"Nigga, I'm a
he was
scorer."
himself.
I'm gonna be Jordan.
I'm gonna do whatever.
I'm
it
gonna go
takes.
dunk on y'all motherfuckers. Not many people was doing that. Dr. J was a little bit. Dominique was a little
right.
bit. But Jordan said, I
He
don't
just
want to
scored.
be
He
Magic and
wasn't-
Bird. I
he-
want to be
he wasn't
Jordan.
even really a dunker though. He was just like, I'm just
Score.
gonna get up to the rim as close as possible and put it
And
in
put
there.
it in the basket.
That's
he,
it.
he was
As
Jordan.
many times as possible.
Now LeBron is playing like LeBron, but he's chasing the Jordan accolades.
Right.
He's chasing the, like he said, I'm chasing the ghost of Jordan, which now you're trying to do
He
too
wants
much.
He wants everybody. You know how everybody says Jordan is the greatest. He wants everybody to say Jordan is the greatest.
LeBron is the
He
greatest.
wants Jordan to be labeled number 2, and we can't.
And honestly, the thing is, LeBron has potential. All he has to do is humble yourself down, sit down, and be quiet.
stop talking shit.
Like my
about
nigga
how
Kendrick
you the
Lamar
greatest
said.
player.
Sit down.
Be humble. That's the rest.
Down.
But that's the truth. Because when
Right.
you do that, it's gonna follow. Like when
Yeah.
you humble. That's why people love Steph.
Right.
He don't get in arguments. I mean, he get a little fights every once in a while.
And he talk
But he
body language.
it's in love.
But he works on this shit too.
He works
like,
hard.
Because when you see he hit his jumpers, like niggas not
Yeah.
hitting them jumpers.
You know what I mean?
So you would be hype about that type of shit. You feel me?
Right.
If you big as shit and you dunking, okay, nigga. Well, so what, nigga? I'm shooting from out here, nigga.
Yeah, if LeBron. Yeah, that's
Turning my back to the.
or making everybody around your
Nigga,
team
the way
great.
Steph doing it is
Everybody
more
know LeBron
humble,
the
you feel
best.
me?
They already
and,
know
and
LeBron the
more
best.
people can be like Steph. Like everybody's not as built as LeBron. You feel me? But if you know you might be 6 foot and you can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You have some, or you could be 6'7", you can shoot. You can
Mm-hmm.
still can relate to Steph because you don't have the same body type as LeBron, or you're not as fast, or you can't dunk as much. You feel me? So we're gonna transition into It says Big Baby Willin online. What is that?
Oh yeah. So willing. So I was saying wilding. Big Baby was wilding
Big
online.
Baby Davis.
Yeah, Big Baby Glenn Davis.
Right.
So I guess they put out something, or Glenn Davis was coming on all the sports shows, Undisputed, The Herd with Colin Cowherd or whatever his name is, his last name. He was talking about how I guess he was basically talking down on Doc Rivers, talking down on the Clippers organization, I guess because they did him dirty. He was talking down on Austin Rivers, saying Austin Rivers was the dad's son, so he had it easy or whatever like that. So Austin Rivers came on the show. He wasn't talking down on him, but he was like, I mean, the reason why it didn't work is because he was kind of overweight a little bit. He didn't really care about, his
Big
fitness.
Davis wasn't
He
like
was,
the truth.
and they were saying he kind of wasn't, up. He was coming late to practice sometimes. He wasn't knowing the plays and shit. So after Austin Rivers said that, just talking basketball shit, that's basketball shit. Like he didn't, make weight. He didn't, come to practice sometimes. So Big Baby came in and just made this Instagram video, went viral and shit. He was telling that nigga like, shut up. Like you're a coach's son. You had it made. You ain't do shit. You just wear skinny jeans. You a skinny jean wearing ass nigga. Your dad, made it easy for you so you could just wear them fucking skinny jeans. Just talking shit, just talking about him as
I
a
ain't hear
person,
about
like
this.
disrespecting him as like a person and shit.
Yeah.
And I mean that was cool and all. Like they had a little spat, but I guess the deeper message with that shit I was telling y'all about is I just was curious, like, because it seems like maybe he got blackballed. I don't know,
Who, Big
because
Baby?
Big Baby like 29, like he's not old.
Oh,
like
is he? Yeah, he's old.
no, Big Baby 29.
But he wasn't that nice. Though.
Right, he wasn't that nice, but I'm just saying.
Like
I-
he doesn't have a place.
I'm just-
he hasn't a place in the league.
So I say that
just
to say.
just like Nate Robinson doesn't have a place.
Right,
in the
right.
league.
So I say that to say sometimes sometimes we confuse the word blackball, right? So an outsider looking in, they would say he's getting blackballed because he's 29.
But Kaepernick
Listen,
has a
listen.
place in the league,
Right.
though.
Listen, he's 29. He probably can't do a lot. He can do a little bit. He's a champion. But
he's better
listen,
than-
he's better than a lot of
Right.
players on
he
the
should at
bench.
least get a veteran minimum.
Right. But he's not even a veteran. You know what I mean? Like he's only 29.
No,
he's
but
only
a
played like
vet,
8
though.
years.
He's a vet though.
I mean,
and he got a chip.
he's a vet.
and he got a chip.
He's
though.
listen, right, but he's a vet in the social media world
Nah,
where
but that
everything
makes
is fast.
that makes your point more valid because he has a
He's a
ring.
chip.
He
So-
should definitely get a job.
So I say
somewhere.
we quick to say, all right, this person's blackball because they're better than these bench players, but they're not there. And think about half these bench players. They're either rookies
right.
or young players who have the potential to be good, like
Right.
how you see players like Jeremy Lin, like he sat on the bench for a while and then he snapped, or Isaiah Thomas, like he was a bench player for a while and now he stepped. So coaches always see these little young players that may not get burned, that we may think is trash, that they may think later on down the line he's gonna be nice. So I say that to say some players aren't quote unquote getting blackballed. I just think the negativity they bring isn't
Yeah.
worth what they're able to do on a field.
I feel
You see what I'm
you.
saying?
I feel
So
you.
Nate Robinson, he probably can still come in a game and get you 10 points.
Right.
But maybe
Right.
he does like Tim
Maybe he got an
Tebow.
attitude
Tim
problem.
Tebow had to be doing something in the locker room that was of detriment to the team
Right,
for
right.
teams not to at least make him a
Right. He
backup.
probably didn't talk to nobody. He probably
Something.
kept to himself.
Yeah, it had to be because, like you said, there's like even Colin Kaepernick. I hate to bring it on Kaepernick because it's like I'm kind of at odds with Kaepernick because he's doing amazing things for social
The
injustice
community.
and the community.
Yeah.
Right.
But if I look at it strictly from a football perspective, before he started kneeling, I always thought Kaepernick was a bum.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
wasn't that
And
nice,
maybe he's not
yeah.
a bum. I'm just saying, me as a football fan, as a
Yeah.
person, I love him.
Yeah,
I
you seen
love,
better
I love the
quarterbacks, though.
activist Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
I hate the quarterback Colin
Right,
Kaepernick.
right.
So, unfortunately, football teams are a business, and they see the quote unquote social activism as something that may stir fans away. I don't believe it because you got people who beat their wife like the kicker from the Giants, but certain shit is hyped up in the media, just like the gay dude Sam Michael or whatever his name
I'm about to
was.
call him Sam Smith.
I
What
forget
about
what
that
it,
dude from the Bulls though? Remember from back in the day? who
Craig
played with
Hodges.
Jordan?
Craig Hodges, yeah.
Who started like promoting that Muslim Black
Yeah.
Power stuff, and then he
Uh-huh.
got blackballed from the league where he
Yeah.
couldn't play no more.
So
I think some of it plays a part to the point
it
where
does play a part. No, I'm
to
saying
the
that
point
for
where
sure.
white America is like
doesn't want to push
doesn't want to
that,
deal with it, or there's going to be some fans who don't like
or
it.
it's not worth dealing with.
Right.
So it is wrong. I want that. I want the people to see that the way what they're doing
Right.
to Colin
'Cause
Kaepernick
maybe
is
they
wrong.
didn't want Hodges to get on a bigger platform and start talking some.
But I also
But
think it's somebody the way
what
he
I-
executed
What
too.
allows him to get blackballed is he doesn't bring enough.
Enough. That's what I'm about to say.
So
right?
you're not blackballing Jordan. If Jordan could have been, Jordan could be on. I'm not saying. I don't want y'all to. What is fucking wrong. I'm talking about it from a sports perspective. I always like to talk about why certain. I think
Just
certain
like
shit is
Vic-
happening.
Like Vic couldn't get blackballed.
You couldn't blackball Vic. You
Right.
had to bring Vic back. Like as much
Right.
as. Because, nigga, if that was anybody else, Peter would have You ain't bringing that dog. No, he
Right.
killed dogs. I'm not. But you had to bring
Just
Vic
like
back.
kind of like Ray Rice. Like why? I mean, like he didn't go to jail. Like he's still eligible.
He just didn't snap enough for it to be worth it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
nobody picked him up. I don't think he's
Yeah.
in a question no more.
Right.
And that's why I don't really like to talk about the Kaepernick shit because I'm a black male and I understand he's doing a lot of amazing things for the community. So
black
what
community.
they are doing to
Right.
him is wrong.
Wrong in our
period.
eyes, yeah.
But just as far as quote unquote blackballed, unfortunately, sometimes if you aren't good enough, it's easy to be blackballed. Like the great, you just
Right,
can't
right.
like you're saying they couldn't blackball Mike Vick. They just couldn't do it. As much as there's always gonna be a team that's gonna be like, boy, that nigga is still nice. I don't give a fuck about the media.
yeah.
I'm putting that nigga on my team. Like the
Right.
Philly was like, yo, I don't care what y'all talking about. This dude can come and he can
Right.
win football games.
I mean, I think the Seahawks did pick up Cap though.
I think they supposed to grab him. I think they said, and I think that would be a good fit
But probably
because
because he plays like Russ, but he's a little taller. You know
and
what I'm
the
saying?
Seattle Seahawks were one of the main teams that stood behind him, and they all locked arms during the national anthem.
They're gonna
Right.
embrace him.
And
And
they
they
mostly
embraces it,
black
yeah.
too and all that. They probably would. Fuck
And
with
he's a
Cap.
good fit too. Think about it. You follow Russ. I mean, even though because Russ has a
Probably
ring,
will fuck with Cap.
the culture,
Yeah.
and then
And
Russ
you
be getting
kinda-
hurt sometimes, so
He
it gives you a
does.
chance to be like, all right,
And
you'll be
you
the
do
backup.
similar things to what Russ can do.
Yeah,
Right.
he do similar things. Yeah, and it's
Similar.
the
But
But they
offense that they have.
definitely told him to chill though. He's not gonna be nailing next year though.
Yeah, they probably told him to chill.
But and I think he did what he set out to accomplish. He opened up eyes. I think what he did was fucking brave because
Yeah.
honestly, he put himself out there to be blackballed.
And he was still starting though.
Yeah, he was still getting in the game and shit. So he did, and he didn't even do it for social media because at first he kneeled for like 3 or 4 games. Nobody even talked about
Yeah,
it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
until it got
So
bigger.
he did open up eyes. He did let some people in white America didn't know really what was going on because they choose not to or
Right.
because it's not affecting them. So I
Right.
think he opened up some eyes. Like
Right.
if I can affect 10 people, I did something.
You did something
You know what I
powerful,
mean?
yeah.
So I think he did do something powerful. I think he's going to go down as one of the big quote unquote social activist athletes of our era. You know, he's one of the only ones that's doing that did it very vocally. Like you get a lot of athletes who do it subtly.
Right.
And not saying that that's wrong because the way everybody combats, you know, injustice is their own way of doing it. And but as far as the blackball shit, not even talking about Colin Kaepernick, but people like Big Baby Davis, people like unfortunately the Craig Hodges. Colin Kaepernick is, in my opinion, not the best of quarterbacks, but he did enough to where, remember I was saying when Steph was there, somebody gonna pick his ass up.
Right.
At the end of the day, somebody's picking Colin Kaepernick up, because as much as I say he's a bum, I'm saying that because I just critique people. But I'm able to, knowing about football, able to say he still offers a lot.
Right.
He still
right,
can do a
right,
lot more than
right.
a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I
like,
can't
I'll
say
pick
that
him over
about
Landry
Craig
Jones
Hodges.
any day.
I don't know if Craig Hodges can do much more
Right.
than other point guards. He's a great
Right.
shooter, and he probably tried to do something amazing. But and I know he tried to do something amazing. I don't want to take that away from it, but
Right.
he just wasn't good enough to fight through the blackballing.
Right. So let's get on this final topic before we wrap things up. So what's going on with R&B?
Yeah, I guess y'all niggas. I was putting out topics. Y'all niggas ain't hearing none of that shit.
Nah,
Did y'all hear the Bryson Tiller shit?
I heard it, but
yeah. Heard it.
I only like 4 songs on
I
that
know, yo. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I kind of thought it was kind of yucky.
song.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was Bryson Tiller till somebody was playing. I was like, "Who this?" They was like, "Oh, this is Bryson Tiller." I mean, he got like a couple songs on there, but I just feel like he took a while to get that
A
out.
long time.
So I love his old album. People still bump that.
Yeah, Trap Soul is one of the best. Just like Party, he just dropped a 5-song EP. It's called Colors. Colors
How
2.
was it?
Who?
Party.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He just dropped it yesterday.
The way you talking about it, I don't even want to hear what your opinion on it, bro.
It's like 5 songs. It's solid,
Mm-hmm.
but I think P2 was just so amazing. Party Next
Dog.
Door 2 is mixtape.
Listen, man,
I need y'all to go
yo,
out and listen
oh
to
my
it.
God.
It's one of the hardest mixtapes I've ever heard. Rapper, singer, regardless. That shit is hard. But the reason why I put the slash, is R&B dead, or the state of R&B, is because one of my favorite artists, I think, is responsible for killing R&B. And he did it the right way. The people who followed him are just dickheads.
Who?
And that's my boy Drake.
Drake
did Drake so great. R&B became Drake.
Right.
I'm gonna take Drake's sound
Right.
and try to make it a little bit more R&B ish.
Right, they're not even really like blown. Like R&B is not like.
It's all
it's
Drake.
like
They want to be Drake.
That's why if niggas really come through and
They
really
wanna be
come
Drake.
through, they can come through and kill it. You know who was
It's an
actually,
open lane. Miguel. That's why Miguel killing and Bruno Mars killing.
and you know who else could have been better? August Alsina had a good voice.
Yeah.
I like the way August, but he just kind of fell
It
off.
was distinct.
Yeah, it
but
was
I
very
think
distinct.
it comes back to people chasing other people's success. So the thing about Drake, which is why I love Drake, and I think Drake is one of the best artists fucking ever, is he'll have the #1 R&B record and the
another
#1
one
rap
rap,
record.
yeah.
So the R&B niggas aren't chasing a R&B nigga, they chasing a rap nigga.
Yeah.
So they chasing the Drake sound. Drake is just singing because he's not a singer. So this is just like Lil Wayne was able to do singing songs in Lil Wayne's way. That's why him and T-Pain opened the door for reopened the door
they
for
come back out.
auto-tune.
Yeah, they come back
so
out.
it's like Drake
T-Wayne.
sang the way he could sing. And because it was so successful, people think that's the way I have to sing. And these R&B singers aren't trying to sing. They're trying to just croon. They're trying to croon
Yeah, they
like
trying to
like
have
the way
bars and talk.
yeah, they trying to
It
like,
ain't the old
and that's
R&B.
why my boy Frank Ocean is smacking y'all niggas without even doing interviews, without doing no press. He's smacking niggas. Bruno Mars came in and smacked niggas. It's 3. The Weeknd, Bruno, Miguel, he ain't come on in a while, and Frank Ocean are the most successful R&B quote unquote singers because they still trying to do shit their own way. But every other R&B singer, which is people I like Party. I think Party's dope. I don't want to put him in this category, but I like Party. I like Bryson. I like this dude his name is Amir Obi or something like that.
Nah.
He dope, but he kind of sound Bryson Tillery. I understand why Party sounds Drakey because they're from the same city. So their song is gonna have the same mood,
Same vibes, yeah.
The same vibe. It's just how it is. All LA people
Like
have
that
similar
other
vibe.
dude, the dude who was battling Bryson. What's his name?
Nav.
Nah, I don't like Nav.
I don't like Nav either.
Just
It's
talk
like
about the
rappy,
same
singy
songs,
shit.
every-
Yeah,
same
man.
stuff.
You said the
Poppin'
dude that was
Pill.
battling
Yeah.
Bryson Tiller.
What's his name?
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez.
That nigga locked up.
Is he
Is
locked
he?
up?
Yeah, he got caught with like all these guns and shit like that and doing drugs.
I thought he beat it. I don't know.
Did he
but
beat it? I mean, he might have beat it. I don't know.
I don't know.
But either way it go, like Tory Lane wasn't at the level.
And Tory Lanez a rapper too, though. He a rapper that sings the way Drake's a rapper that
Okay,
sings.
okay,
So
okay.
Tory Lanez was a rapper at first, but sang a lot.
Tory Lanez do a lot of covers too.
He do a lot of covers, and Tory Lanez does a good job of continuing to feed his fans.
Right.
And unfortunately, if you talk about all these people, Tory probably
popping.
Popping the most
Yeah.
because he hitting
more
them.
popping than Bryson. For
Yeah,
real.
because Bryson what? Like Bryson could have, and which I love Bryson, but I love Party so much. I was like, damn, Bryson about to take my man
And
Party
that
wave.
album had 19 songs. It was just too many.
Yeah.
What on his
Like,
new joint?
Yeah,
They got 19?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I
just
think it's
too
19
many of,
because
like,
it
the
was
same
separated into
vibe,
like four
like-
different.
But I think he
parts.
did that because we waited so long. But the thing is, it's okay
Yeah.
that we waited.
Just
Yeah,
give
but
us
don't-
10
give us
amazing
10.
songs.
Don't eat us too. Don't overfeed us.
Yeah.
Just make sure. Just give us
Just
a little.
mixtape
Give us
and
a good
then
meal.
The album, like,
I wanted
Yeah.
expensive meals.
because every song you just getting lower and lower.
He
and
took
then
us to a buffet.
you
Yeah.
just want to turn some Uzi on next. You feel me? You just want to
I
pick
wasn't-
your mood back up. Like,
I mean, he has some. He does have this one song. I forgot the name of it, but it's basically
yeah, he got like I said,
yeah, he got
like
some good
4.
vibes. He got some
Yeah.
good vibes on there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely dope. I'm just.
You can
I
let
just-
it ride.
You can let it ride.
You can let it ride.
And I think it'll grow on you because when I first heard Trap Soul, I didn't really fuck with it, and it
Right,
grew
and
on
then
me.
you had to-
it
yeah, you had to
definitely grew on me.
listen to
But I could tell Trap Soul had records on it. I don't know if this John got as much records. It don't
Right.
sound like nothing stuck out. Like yo, I fuck with that John.
And it's
Right.
not getting a lot of buzz. Most albums that come out that are dope, you get posted on social medias. You hear about it.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of bashing, but it's almost like the same thing. Like, yeah, we waited a while for this.
Yeah, like
Right.
niggas ain't saying it's trash, but
Yeah.
it's like niggas know it came out because it's Bryson and he established a name. But it's like like you said, he took a long time, and I don't know, man. I just feel like nobody wants to push the envelope. I just feel like it does sound like Trap Soul, and then and that's cool. And even in rap, it's cool sometimes, but all the great rappers push the envelope. They try different production. They try different things with their voice. Like, even Kendrick, he tries a bunch of shit with his voice. Even J. Cole, when he to get off my dick. Like, he just tries a lot
Yeah.
of different shit. That
It's
hands,
different.
Yeah.
Now that sounds nothing like the
Yeah.
old J. Cole that was just kind of like, I'm gonna give you these bars. Like
Yeah.
all these artists or Drake, he gave you the hotline bling, but it still give you
Yeah.
the, you know what I mean, the rapidy rap shit. So it's like
Controller.
most
Yeah.
of the artists, even rappers, try different things vocally. I think rappers try different things vocally more than singers do nowadays.
Right,
And that was
right,
always
right.
the singer's job to
Yeah.
give you different vocals, different cadences,
yeah,
do
Trey
different
Songz kind of
belts and
switched
shit.
it up. Like, he
Trey
started
Songz, that's why he
rapping.
killed shit for a while.
Yeah.
I still fuck with Jeremiah. I think if anything, he gonna fuck around and come and smack the
Yeah,
and
yeah.
take the scene
But
because
I
he got
think
hits.
I think people accept.
Yeah.
I think people accept rappers to sing more than
Singers to
singers
sing.
to rap.
Singers to rap, yeah, but why you gotta rap?
I don't know.
Like
Uh,
not a lot of rappers sing.
I just think, like you said, like
Like,
as
really,
what Steve
really
said, Drake fucked the game up so good
Drake
that niggas
really sang.
niggas feel like they really have to be him. When really you can say thank you for doing that. Drake actually took a burden off of niggas. Because
Right.
now it's like that nigga can be considered the best rapper, which most people put him at.
Right.
Most people put him at a rapper. So if you're a real R&B nigga, you can take the lane and be like, yo, I'm a real R&B artist. I make good R&B music. Because there's not a lot of people that are like the Carl Thomas or the Avants. That was real R&B back
Or
in the
even
day.
newer school, like Neo was doing this thing
Neo
for
was
a
the
while.
shit.
Music,
Right, right, right.
I
Music
mean,
Soul Child?
not even music. What's my man name? What's my man? Come on, a Dream. The Dream, like
Radio
all these players
Killer.
was doing, all
Yeah.
these singers was doing. They was making great. They were writing amazing songs.
Jay Holiday. Remember
Jay
my
Holiday.
nigga?
Oh, man.
I think another thing that's going on in R&B, and I think with hip hop, like urban R&B, because Beyonce and them are doing it the right way, but a lot of urban R&B aren't doing a lot of collaborative efforts. They're starting
Nah,
to
they
try to be
not.
rappers so much that they
Yeah.
don't want people to write for them.
They'll sing and then they'll rap. On
Yeah, like
Yeah.
think about Neo and all these artists. They got help writing. Like they got help with
Right.
their writing,
Right,
and that's
right,
what
right.
made amazing songs.
Amazing production.
Amazing
yeah.
productions. Like
Yeah.
you will be amazed how much collab. Like I was listening to the Young Berg,
Oh, yeah,
his
yeah.
interview with the Joe Budden podcast. Like you would be amazed the shit that nigga did. Like he did like a lot of Beyonce shit. He did a lot of Nicki Minaj shit as far as writing and production. But he was saying that he produced. Not only did he produce Bounce Back for Big Sean, but he wrote the hook. Man, I'm in the air with a night I bounce back. Like, but we don't hear about it. But that's nothing wrong with that. Like that hook is an amazing hook because people him and Jeremiah and Big Sean all wrote it together. Like they collaborated on writing this hook
got
to
you.
make amazing catchy cadence. Most of these R&B niggas nowadays, they want to be rappers so much they like I'm gonna write my own shit,
Yeah.
and that's why it sounds rapidy rap. It's not sounding like great cadences. It's sounding like the same cadence you used in your last song, and I don't think R&B can do that as much as rap can. R&B, I want to
Facts.
see you fucking hit them belts,
So,
like sing crazy. How the
Yeah.
Dream used to.
Yeah, I mean, it's open now. I feel like anybody want to be R&B singer might as well just come out, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
It's open.
I think
I
I'm
got
done
anything
for
to
the
touch
night,
on
man.
before we wrap this shit up? We 2 hours and 30 minutes
I'm
in.
done for the night.
Successful pie. This nigga D sweating.
I'm sweating. I just broke
This
out
nigga
in like
fucking-
5 seconds
This
ago.
nigga sweating. It's
That
cold
means
as
I'm
fuck in
done.
here. This nigga
Yeah.
sweating.
Yeah,
know.
it's cold. It's
That means
fuck
I'm
up
done.
in this bitch.
Once again, shout out to my motherfucking Warriors. I wore this jersey 2 days in a row. Fuck y'all Cavs fans, man. We about to sweep.
They are.
Sweep.
Even though I don't want to say it, they are.
And I ain't a bandwagoner. I just want to let y'all know as I love players. I used to be a Sixers fan. Then when Iverson went to the Nuggets, I was a Nuggets fan. And then when he went to the Pistons, I was a Pistons fan. And then he retired. So I
Right,
just
and I love
like
Ray
good
Allen.
basketball.
When he
so
went-
now I love Steph. That's my guy since Davis. And so I'm a Warriors fan.
When Ray Allen was with the Bucks, that was my dude. Then he went to the fucking Celtics.
Sonics.
To the
He went to the
nigga,
Sonics first,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then he went to the Celtics and then he went to the Heat. Now I guess I'm a LeBron fan, but I like Curry too, man. Yo, I think I'm a
Yo,
Warriors
shout
fan,
out to
man.
Draymond, man. Shout out to Draymond, real one, the real 23.
All right. That's a wrap for episode 16 we said we was
16,
on.
yup. What you go by the name?
Talk Free Podcast. I go by the name of Glorious Sin.
DH POV.
Show off. We out, cuz.
Chat.